Hey folks, Dave here, and it was a bad day. It was a bad day, not a horrible day. So don't get anything wrong. It just was. It just started off with me waking up and having a good breakfast. Okay, cooked breakfast for me and the first wife. It was a good time, right? And then I walked the dog, and I ran into a
How
friend.
are your dogs? They're crazy.
They're okay. I took one of them out, who's a mouth, so I try to wear him out. We go for a 2 mile walk, and I talked to a friend for about 10 minutes that I saw on the way, and things were good. And I come back home, and it was starting to rain and getting gray.
Yeah, I
and
can hear it outside.
I went to bed. I went to bed for the entire day, and then Ron called me up and said he was tired. He had another nightmare. He has some weird nightmare stuff. Oh my gosh!
I have this
He needs to write
nightmare.
books. He needs to write books on
Yeah.
his nightmares.
I have had nightmares before where like I've woken up being chased by pterodactyls in my underwear. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, and
It's
so
not a good nightmare either.
yeah, so
I mean,
Ron
I want the
said,
nightmare. This is the nightmare I want. 40 Vestal virgins or some crap like that, right? And I died because
preferably
because
be
of
females,
you know.
right? Preferably females.
Yeah, females. Yes, because that would be a mega nightmare. I mean, for
So
me.
yeah, I know.
For me.
Yeah, so Ron had a bad nightmare. He had a tough day. He did a doubleheader baseball game
Yeah,
today.
I listened to some of
Yeah.
it. I got to get to the
And so
rest
he
of
was
it.
just like, he's like, don't count on me tonight. So I texted a friend of mine, and he never got back to me. And I was laying in bed all day.
And look who you get.
I know. And I was watching ID. I was watching Ron's baseball game while I was laying
D
in
did
bed.
some golf.
And,
I gotta
and then
watch
I watched
that.
ID. ID played some hockey, and then ID played some golf. And
I
and
love
that's all
when
I
he does
did.
hockey. I
this
love
is
when you
what-
guys.
Hell, I'm laying in bed like this all day on my phone because I didn't get out of bed. That's how
okay.
bad it was today.
Sometimes you got to do that.
That's what the
Sometimes
wife
you got to
said.
do that.
That's what the wife said. The
You
wife
know
said,
what?
don't feel bad about it.
Exactly. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes I'm at work. You know what? I got to rip a fart. I get up.
Yeah.
I go to the room, hit the play button. You know, the whatchamacallit, makes a lot of noise, and I'm ripping away the farts. Sometimes you do what you got to do, Uncle Dave. Look at all the wonderful people we have here. Apichat, Ivan Diaz.
I think I watched almost. You had a 2-hour basketball game. I almost
it's
watched
amazing.
all of that.
Max Cornelius.
Yeah,
it was
I
fun.
almost-
Can you tell I'm a big Wilt Chamberlain fan?
That was great. I'm into basketball now. I really am.
I tell you, with the Action PC, Dave, and I want to say hats off to Sean Shiflett in our Discord and a member of the. He helped me. He tried to help me get my strat to work. We worked on that, no lie, for 2 hours. He tried everything. And
wait, hang on, Patch. Oh man, Patch
Hello,
is the man.
Patch.
Finally
He's the man.
alive. Patch is the Patch. You keep me going on some days. Just
Patch is the best.
Everybody does, but sometimes I get done and I watch I read your comments, and it's just me and Ron are just like, wow.
Patch goes through videos like he's watching.
Yeah,
because he'll start commenting.
Yeah,
and Patch is in Asia, so hope all is well, my friend.
Patch, thanks for everything you do for us. You keep me going a lot of times.
Big Paulie.
I mean, everybody does, but Paulie does too. Everybody here does. But when you read the Patch comments, it's just like you stop everything.
Always very positive. Very positive.
When you read the Patch comments, you have to all the time. But so you were talking about the basketball game and getting it going.
Well, yeah, it didn't work, but he tried. We've come up with some ideas. I can still play it on my old PC. I'm not going to get into a strat rant, but I really do like strat basketball because it's a card and dice, and then I can go from there to Action PC. It's a nice yin and a yang. I like replay basketball. Todd B plays a lot of that, but I've invested so much in strat you know what I mean? To go buy another game and buy the seasons I want. I'm like, but I've played the demo for replay basketball. It's nice. And I'll tell you something, if you don't want to spend any money, and there's nothing wrong with that, Status Pro, there's a free Status Pro basketball game that's phenomenal. If you type in Status Pro PC basketball game, it takes you to this site. It's free. And the guy makes seasons every year. I've been fooling around playing the 76-77 season. It's just, it's phenomenal. And again, he doesn't show the card flips, but it's really well. You play it once or twice, you get the hang of it. It's really a fun game.
Yeah, So I had the Action PC basketball for a while, and I was in and out of it. It was okay, and then I got the new one, and I started tweaking it, and I'm into it now, and I'm into the ABA now too. I really am. I like the
ABA's
ABA.
wild
And then,
stuff.
and then, yeah. So for I took some of my birthday money that I got,
Yep.
and I bought the Strat basketball. And that, like I said, that's fun in its own way. The Action PC is better because you can make more decisions. But the Strat is the cards and dice. So when I'm in a cards and dice fix, and I want to see the cards flip, and I want
it's
to
beautiful.
just chill out. It's more of a chill out game. I really enjoy that.
I'll tell you the one thing I wish they would add to it. Big Paulie says Status Pro. He likes Status Pro football. Status Pro was my first football board game in '80s. My first football board game. Fran Tarkin in 19. Not because
that's cool.
Fran Tarkin in '69. I've been modding it. Here and there.
Nice too. Do you know what I watched today on YouTube? I was watching This Week in Pro Football.
1981? Was it
1970? And
those are so.
It was Tarkenton on the Giants, and I forgot.
Yes.
Now, did they trade him, or did he leave? How did he go?
No, here's what happened. Okay, let me make sure I get the name.
Wait. Hang on a sec. If I don't do this, Ron's going to be mad, okay?
Okay, we don't want. Yes, it's a long story. This is Al Red Sox fan here.
Okay.
At some point, Nurse Teresa might come in and tell you the story how she cut my hair yesterday. You notice I'm not turning around. I'll leave it at that. Because, I need my hair. Actually, she did a lovely job. She's studying right now, but she might come in at some point. So Fran Tarkenton was drafted out of Georgia by the Vikings. Now, Norm Van Brocklin was their coach then, and he hated Fran Tarkenton because Tarkenton did everything at the time very unorthodox.
Yeah.
And he goes, you got to stay in the pocket. You do that stuff, you're not going to be up here long. And he couldn't stand him, right? And they trade him away to the Giants. And the Giants were more than happy to get him. And he actually made the Giants 500 to a winner. Giants had some decent teams, just a couple of players short, right? And then they had some injuries in some of the seasons. The Giants then, because they had a down year because of injuries, turn around. And Bud Grant wants him back because Bud Grant now becomes the head coach of, and they went through, they had taken Joe Cap from the Canadian League, okay? Gary Quazzo, another quarter, I think it was Quazzo after Cap, and they might, Bob Lee, I think. Competent quarterbacks all, but they're not Fran Tarkenton, right?
Right.
And so the Giants, and my brother always said, one of the worst trades ever, because my brother's a Giants fan, they turn around and they trade Tarkenton after the 71 season, I think it's after, back to the Vikings.
Wow.
And I just sit there and I go,
if you don't get along, you don't get along, But
Norm Snead might have been on the Vikings. They might have swapped quarter. I'm trying to, because Norm Snead actually, the Giants, because I'm playing the 72 season, the tournament. That's the only reason why I know. The Giants were pretty good. They were 8-6 in 72. That's not bad in a 14-game season for a mid-level type team.
Yeah.
And maybe they swapped quarterbacks because maybe Norm Snead was that I'm not sure of. But yeah, they traded him back.
I didn't know. Well, speaking of Cap, I was watching it was the Boston Patriots playing at Harvard Stadium.
Oh, they were awful in 1970.
And Joe Cap was the quarterback, I thought.
They went out and they got Joe Cap, right? And they thought they were going to be better. They were upgrading from Pete Talaferro, who was a horrible quarterback, right?
Never heard of him.
Babe Pirelli had retired. Actually, Babe Pirelli, he was retired by that. But he had went to the Jets and became Joe Namath's backup quarterback on the Super Bowl team. He has a Super Bowl. He just passed away a few years back, Babe Pirelli. And he was a longtime Patriot. And, they went out to get Cap. Cap basically retires unbeknownst, like when they draft Plunkett, and Plunkett had to go and play right away. Yeah. And Plunkett, my dad, God rest his soul, and my brother would tell me, my uncles, when they won games, I mean, he had some bad years with the Patriots, but when they had those decent years, it's because of Jim Plunkett and the defense. He was the whole team on.
He took a lot of heat.
He took a lot of heat on rightfully. Yeah. Those teams offensively were not good. Defense,
no, they weren't. Yeah.
Defense, they're pretty tough. They would hang in, and then they'd lose.
But when he went to L.A., he was like Oakland, whatever it was. He was good.
Well, he was. The 49ers had cut. I always liked Jim Plunkett. The stories that both parents blind. The guy wins the Heisman. Stanford wins because of him and Randy Vitaha and Gene Watt. They had some good players, and they upset Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Ohio State, if they had won, would have been national champions. But anyway, Plunkett's a nice story. He's a good guy. His parents were, I'll never forget when he's telling the story. My parents never saw me. They're blind. Both parents are blind.
Wow.
They never saw him play. He gets cut by the 49ers. John Madden, who loved to do this, would love to pick up players off the the heap, they would call it, because he knew he had talent. And Jim Plunkett doesn't even want to go. I'm quickly paraphrasing the story. And he goes, listen, you don't even have to play. You rest for a year. We have Kenny Stabler and somebody else, we got somebody else, and you rest. And then they trade Stabler, they get Pastorini. Pastorini gets hurt. The rest is history. Plunkett, to me, when he was with the Raiders, not that he had the best stats, the worst stats, he always scared me the most against like a team I liked, because I never rooted for the Raiders. I like Jim Plunkett, never rooted for the Raiders. If they won, I was happy for him. I always thought he was going to somehow find a way to win the game. That's just me, because I like Jim
good
Plunkett.
stuff. Yeah, so I've been playing somebody. Apachata's here. He picked up PC basketball and football, and he says he stinks at the PC basketball, loving the football. I'm the opposite. I tried to play the PC football the other night, and I played. I put Brady and Gronk on the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that was wild. I was reading that.
Yeah, what I did is I traded Jameson to the Patriots, and I'd done that before. And I played in the first game against San Francisco, and Brady couldn't complete a pass. I think he was like 6 or 7 for 18 in the first quarter. It was brutal. It was like this game was just everything was a tip and a deflection. It was punt, 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 and I'm losing the game 14 to nothing. I was just like, I'm not having fun. Not that I expected Brady to complete every pass against the 49ers. And this is always the same with me. It's just never fun. And so I simmed
with
the season.
Football game.
Yeah, and I simmed the season, and they ended up going 8-8, and the Patriots were 15-1.
I know, I saw that. Which is, remember when I did my little thingy, with hello Bobby, how are you doing? 2nd and 10, both teams went 8-8. Isn't it wild that there are two very good sim engines and the different results?
Yeah. I ended up putting Cam Newton on the Patriots, and I simmed that, and they won like 4 or 5 games. But when I checked the stats, they bumped him out and put Winston back in. Or Stidham. It's like it wouldn't keep that quarterback in there.
That's aggravating with that game, because with Action PC, you have to do something where you automatic. If Stidham gets in a game, he has no stats. You have to understand that he might have a couple of he might have a nice drive and he's done. You can't. That's the way I interpret the way that game works, because I've had to do that. When I've played so much football, they knock out a start, because I like to play the tournaments, one and done. I just like to play playoff tournaments. I'll play seasons offline, and I've played anyway. But you get you're playing a game, it's close, and they knock out your starting quarterback, and you look to see your back. Oh, great, he threw 3 passes. I'm holding. Yeah. Then you see Al, Red Sox fan, do these. Let's play the wishbone. Let's play.
But I had a hard time with that. But I've been getting into the Action PC basketball. I've been enjoying. You got to. It took me about an hour to get the text speed and the chalkboard speed and everything just how I like it.
You have
once you get it there, it's like it flows, and it's like I can play the game.
If you, with the Action PC basketball, if you make the play-by-play too fast, you're not going to see the animation. I like the animation.
I do too. Yeah,
I get it. If I'm streaming it, it's long. I talk. I try to go to the chat.
Yeah,
it's not for everyone.
What I did with the basketball is I sped that up, and I set up an ABA league. Okay, and so I'm going to play the American Basketball Association. That's got the red and blue ball. It's awesome, and that's the best. And they get the 3-pointers in the 70s. They get the 3-pointers.
I found the documentary on HBO.
Ooh.
They had it on YouTube. I posted it last week on Digital Dice and also on my Facebook page. If you can, I can repost it if you want. Watch it. It's unfree. It's.
I will.
I will find it again if you can't find it on because there's so many. That's a great. First of all, thank you for letting me be on there. I love that. I love being on your.
We got a good community. Yeah, there's a lot of people here in the chat here, and it's a fun time. And when Ron and I started this, we had no idea, but we're on episode 37 of the show, and we got
hello, Nurse Teresa.
200, and we have a special guest. We have a special guest.
Hello, Uncle Ron's.
How are you?
So, Oreo cookies. Hello, Nurse Teresa.
Hello.
May I give you a 12-year-old tongue kiss?
No.
Shut up, Uncle Rod.
I didn't join to get grossed out, okay?
Oh, you can't. Ron said no. He agrees with you. You don't want to get a 12-year-old tongue kiss. So, anyway, Nurse Teresa cut my hair. I think she did a good job.
I think she did too. Yeah. I think she did too. And so,
she's petting my head like a doggy.
So I had
see the back.
I know.
So Al kind of saved the day here. Al sends me a message. He's like, "Let's do a show. We're gonna cheer you up." And I was like, "All right."
I don't like when people I know are sad. If I have to murder well, I shouldn't say that, should I?
No.
Because then when that person,
yeah, no.
yeah,
don't say that.
then if that person disappears, that would be yeah. I'm just joking.
Okay,
Yeah.
Epstein.
Al, what is that
That's like-
star carved in the back of your head?
Listen, I sneezed. She moved a little too quick.
Star. That's not a sneeze. That's a star.
A star? I'm
A
a star.
star.
She's the star.
No,
Lean in.
that's not the type of star I'm talking about there, Alfonso. That's a pentagram.
Listen, don't bother me. I might not be watching Wicked Tuna because I like you guys. And that's a Sunday tradition. I sit down, popcorn, a beverage, then ice cream, and then we watch Wicked Tuna.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Did you see last night when we had the chat room grade Ron on certain categories?
No, I missed that. I
Oh.
was watching a little bit and then I went to set up a stream. I don't like when I'm in someone's stream and I'm listening, I go, I got to set it up and, start a little, pretty. I don't like to say, sometimes I don't say bye or I definitely don't say what I'm going to do because I want people to stay wherever they're at. And I just, I leave. But no, I didn't see, I'm going to have to catch that on replay.
It was fun. We got silly last night, so I
it
said,
was.
it was the Be Nice to Ron show.
Yeah, I saw that part because
so-
then Ron said at a certain time, and it was funny because he said the time and the date. The Be Nice to Ron show went.
I had 640 in the pool. So
Yes.
So we had everybody grade him on his attitude and his knowledge and the intangibles, and he got pretty high marks. And then he wouldn't come back on the show tonight after getting all. I think he's holding out for a better contract. I think he's like Gronk.
what,
You know what I mean?
What people get paid? You're paying him to do this?
No, it's next man up. So this is how it went, Uncle Ron. This is how it went, Uncle Ron. Dave goes, Ron didn't want to do the show. I called another friend. He didn't want to do the show.
Oh,
I
did you
called
get
three-
this by the
more
rate
friends
you
that didn't-
do?
They didn't want to do the show. There was a person walking by my house. They didn't want to do the show. Then I said, Al sent me a message. Okay, Al, you can do the show. This is how I get back on Dave Gardner's channel.
Yeah, that's kind of how it went. I was just sitting here playing some
Jake
strat
Crew.
basketball, and hi Jake, and Al's like, send me a link. I'm like,
Send me a
all
link. I'm ready to go.
We'll send you a link, and then we'll chat.
So here's what happened. I got
Can you hear
almost.
I can't
Yeah,
hear
you can put up the
nothing.
long. Yes, this is a long story.
I please continue.
I will if it
You should
pleases
have-
the court.
It please.
Thank you. You got all three in there. You get a good grade.
Al did not get my Roger Murdoch reference today. Did you, Al?
I might not have seen it.
When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went up for the layup, and I said, "My name is Roger Murdoch."
That's Airplane. That's Airplane.
Yeah.
I probably didn't see it, or I looked quick. And
I know, Laura. I wasn't going to do the show. Ron wasn't feeling good. I had a bad day, and Al up here
Laura,
says,
what's that called?
You browbeat.
Browbeat. I'm dyslexic. Leave me the hell alone, people. I browbeat.
Whoa, you get Al turned into Sunday Ron, Dave.
Not only am I Sunday Ron, I'm Saturday Ron. I'm Monday Al. You people are. No, anyway. So I browbeat Dave into doing this. I see Dave's laughing. That makes me happy. I went to Nurse Teresa. I went, honey, I know we watch Wicked Tuna.
He did.
Yeah, he said-
I'm glad I took the link here so get the story in there, Dave.
So-
Go ahead. Please continue, Al.
Did I interrupt?
Yes.
No,
That's-
not you.
Listen, you don't egg them on. I don't interrupt anybody. I just go with it. Anyway, I'm glad to be here. Go ahead, Uncle Ron.
4-hour chat with Al that the rest of us nod for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, you know what used to happen with Chat with Alice? I'm going to tell you real quick. So Ron comes on. Ron's like the stabling influence, right? Ron waits. It's me, Devin, Ron, sometimes Dog. Uncle Dave was on one. Ron waits. He waits. And then he knows, how can I get Uncle Al to say the most horrible things that come out? Yes, Altoids. And, that's what goes. Go ahead, Uncle Ron. I'm going to be quiet now.
Wicked Tuna, is that Bill Parcells stories?
No. That's from
Good one.
See, there we go.
Gloucester.
Thank you. So, actual efficient stuff. So, I had a terrible nightmare last night. So I spent the hours.
Is it the one where a very large man touches you?
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what the nightmare was.
Can you hear this?
No, I can't.
I don't know
hear
how to get
anything.
this on.
You
You
buy
gotta
clips
disconnect the
and
headphones.
you give her one clip and you wear the other. You threaten to show us how you tongue kiss. You at least could give her like something to listen to.
Whoa!
Angry Uncle Ron has returned, people. Since
Sunday. So
Ron's ring.
okay. All right. So
He's telling about
So-
a nightmare.
a nightmare I had. So I had a dream I was at stall log 13 or stall log 17. I'm not Hogan. Yeah.
I thought he was a prisoner of war.
Okay.
No. Okay, please continue. Okay, I'm shutting
This
up.
story's going to take long enough there, Lo Chavio, if you don't keep it quiet. So, how do you pronounce that anyway?
Lashavo.
Lo Chavo. I was close. So, I'm dreaming that my wife and I are on Hogan's Heroes with our cat.
I can't hear nothing.
Sorry, I'm having a ginger ale.
Eric, just give her the headphones. Al doesn't deserve to hear this story after I've been rudely interrupted 17 times.
Go ahead.
All right, so so in the middle of a dream. I'm at stall log 13 with that, and so
That's Hogan's Heroes, right?
that's Hogan's Heroes. Absolutely, one of my favorite shows of all time. Hogan's Heroes. Oh, look at those two together. They are the most lovey-dovey couple. I want to barf. Okay, 24.
My headphones are expensive.
Take
You got? Don't you have a regular pair of headphones?
Put it on your speaker, Al. Put it
Yeah,
on.
put it on the speaker.
put me on the speaker. Can you disconnect this?
No, because then I can't hear them. I don't know how to do it that way.
Oh,
We've done it before.
Yes, but we weren't talking to anybody. I mean, we weren't listening to anybody.
like Steve, I know nothing. And there it is, Sunday Ron in the flesh. There you go, the man, the myth, the legend. And so we knew the Nazis were going to do bad things when Hogan lit a few flares. And so,
This is a messed up dream.
it really is a messed up dream. How you doing, Andrew?
Andrew.
And so I'm there with my cat on the cot, and we're watching all these flares go up. And Emily starts to growl.
That's his cat.
ooh.
And it's like, uh-oh, this is not good. She starts growling. And so I go to grab her and she growls again. And so it's like, nope, you're going to hurt my cat. And so I woke up at 2:56 from that nightmare. And it was about 4:30 before I fell back to sleep.
Oh man.
I just couldn't get back to sleep.
I think I can solve this, Uncle Ron. Stop watching Hogan's Heroes. I don't know what's doing this to you. It seems like you have a fixation on Hogan's Heroes. Are you
I know
eating?
nothing. I see nothing. I don't own a monocle. I used to be
30 days in a cooler.
Yeah. I've
They're
never
all-
heard of anyone having a nightmare about Hogan's Heroes.
No. That's the first one.
I used to have nightmares about Fantasy Island, but not Hogan's Heroes.
No, I didn't invite other women to the hotel room there, Todd.
Bob Crane. He was
That's
a
right.
wild one. Bob Crane was a wild one.
No one wants to see me naked on the camera, okay? No one wants to see me naked. Anyway,
He
so
said-
I did a 2.5-hour baseball stream today almost. Both
Yes.
games were blowouts. They were fun games, but both games were blowouts. So I owe Roberto Schiavini a video on the decathlon. And so, Dave, I'm almost done with the first 3 events. And so I'm hitting the pause button, hitting the record, and I hit the wrong sequence one too many times, and I had to go to the bathroom. So instead of recording the event, you hear me tell Sarah 43 minutes into it, I got to go to the bathroom. So I have to scrap it because I ruined my own. See, I ruined my own streams, Gardner.
So your stream ruined the stream.
My stream ruined the stream.
He said his streamer in this. I got to figure out how to do this. That was
And-
funny. It's a good line.
And so I got to start again because my scores were too low. And if I'd followed the rules, Jim Thorpe would have been injured and missed the whole rest of the event.
Yeah, you don't want that anyway.
And I don't want that. So it was a good test through. I got to figure out how to streamline it. I only did 3 events. I did the 100 meters. I did the shot put. And I was in the middle of, I did the long jump and I was almost at the end of the shot put. And it took about an hour and a half. I mean, it's not a quick play thing. So we'll figure it out. It was fun, but yeah, you don't need to hear me telling Sarah, I got to go poo. What? No laughter there?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just typing a message to Al here. See if if he can set the output to PC speakers, he could still talk on the microphone, and then he could maybe hear us through the PC speakers as an output. Maybe I'm not sure.
Cam and Mike,
And that might be able to
muted, and go to the cam and mic, and then set your speakers to your PC speakers.
Oh yeah, good idea. Cam and Mike. Yep. And then you might be able to play it
Yeah.
through the.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Yeah, there you go.
Is there any echo?
No.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know how to do that. I'm not smart. I'm
And
not
so
smart, man. Mama said,
Sharon's been in bed for a long minute. I yelled at Sharon today. Not yelled at her, but when in my bad day, she was mad at me. She was. And then we started watching Ozark together, and it was so dark. Ozark is so dark because we had to stop watching.
So is that what it was? Because I was almost done, and I'm tired. It's 8:30.
no, you look good, Ron.
Thanks, Dino. I've only had 4 or 5. I'm fine. I'm really good, and I'm gonna go fly my plane now. There's my Foster Brooks.
You know what that reminded me of, Uncle Ron? Remember we were talking Mad World a while back? Remember? It was the guy from Gilligan's Island who played Mr. Magoo. They tried to go get his plane, and he was drunk out of his mind. And Buddy Hackett.
Yeah. Fine. I really am. So what's Ozark about there, Gardner?
I don't know if it was the first episode or not, but it was about this this guy who he gets a call in the middle of the night, and he shows up at like the docks or something, and it's like some company, and there's all these people in a room, and there's some guy from like South America, and he's just like, you guys stole money from me, you skimmed money from me, and he took them all outside, and one by one he shot him in the head. And then one guy talked his way out of it and said, I can make you a lot of money if you let me move to the Ozarks and let me move my family there. We'll make you a lot of money. And he let him go. And I'm like, wow, everyone else just got murdered and stuffed in a barrel. She's looking at me and I'm looking at her, and it's just like,
this is a family-friendly show. It's called Ozark. What's it on, Dave?
Netflix.
That sounds happy.
It just, she was just like, I don't know if I want to watch.
Nothing better to watch on a rainy day than people getting popped in the head, chopped up, and put in a barrel.
Yeah, over drugs. Yeah. So I was like, well, she's not mad at me anymore because she was mad at the movie, so that was good. But you know what it was? You know what it was? Is I like to watch a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and sometimes I watch my current event political things, and because I don't like the news. I'd rather watch independent people on YouTube. Okay. Yeah. I feel I get a more fair view of things. Okay. And so she's like, do we have to watch that for fun? I clicked it off, and the next video to come up was game 1 or 2, the 1970 Stanley Cup, Boston at St. Louis. So I started watching that. Bobby,
she's like, put it back on the other stuff.
I don't want to watch hockey. I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, and she got all mad. I was like, I'm in a bad mood today. It's raining. I can't do nothing. I can't even go out for drinks. I can't do this. Joe, I'm not doing the show tonight.
Like Red Fox.
I've been in bed all day. And I went, and so she's just like, and I'm like, so
now,
yeah.
Is she watching this now? Because
no, she's in bed. She's in bed.
Thank God.
Yeah, but I mean, but I went in. I tried to make up, and we watched Ozark a little bit, and I petted the dog, and I just said I had a bad day. Is
that your euphemism for sex? Is petting the dog?
Ron, that's what I'm telling you about, Teresa. He does, and then he baits me into these things, and I say these things, and then I go on these interviews with Jobin, and the people are like, we saw your YouTube. I'm like, really? No, that's not me. No.
You want to hear a funny joke? Want to hear a funny joke?
Yes.
All right. So there's this guy. He wants to lose weight, right? So he goes to his weight loss place, and it's like $200, and you lose 50 pounds in 3 days, right? So and your money back, right? So he goes, okay, what do I get to lose? So he shows up at this place, pays the money. And the lady says, fine. Okay. And he goes, it's my money back if I don't lose 50 pounds in 3 days. She goes, you're absolutely right. So the first day, she brings this guy into a room. It's like a small gymnasium, right? Not like smaller than a high school gymnasium. And all of a sudden, this naked girl comes walking out of the locker room with a sign that says, if you catch me, you can have me. And he chases her around for an hour or so. And he gets done. He comes out and they weigh him, and he lost like 5 pounds. He's like, wow, this might really work. The second day he goes in, 2 naked women come out of the locker room with signs, if you catch me, you can have me. And he chases them all around the gym and right for a couple hours. He gets done and he lost 8 more pounds just from chasing them around. So he goes, wow, this 3rd day, I'm going to have to lose a lot of weight or I'm going to get my money back. 3rd day, goes into this little gymnasium. This big gorilla comes out with a sign around his neck. If I catch you, I can have you.
And he ran around the gym going, oh my God, open the door, open the door, open the door.
He lost the weight.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's
that was
cool.
a great interview.
Oh, Bob LaBelle interview with Bobby Orr, Ted Williams, and they did that. They did.
Good.
They all went to the studio.
Yes.
Bobby Orr drove himself to that interview.
Really?
And there's a because LaBelle, when they're doing a Sports Century thing on Bobby Orr, he talks about how, Williams is old, so he's driven, I think, by his whack job stepson who
froze him.
Yeah, is nuts. And Bird has a limo bring him or something, and Bobby Orr drives himself to the interview.
Probably paid the park.
Yeah, he did pay to park. That's Bobby Orr.
That'd be an Orr thing to do. Orr is so good. I was watching those highlights. I watched a lot of Orr Stanley Cup highlights today, and that guy would go through everybody and score a goal and just skate to the bench.
Remember, we were watching that game, and it was the Bruins and the Canadiens, 78 Stanley Cup. And I was telling you, I go, the style of play is a little slow, but I appreciate this play better because, my God, they were hitting it. It was laying into each other, man. I mean, hockey's still fun. I can watch playoff hockey from any era. Like I cannot watch hockey all season, right? And then playoffs come on, and I can sit down and watch two teams play because it's just so intense. But I'm saying the way the game was played then, I liked it better.
I was watching a 1970. It was highlights from 1970. It was Bruins Maple Leafs at the Garden. Maple Leafs goalie was his last name was Gamble something. No mask.
He must have been one of the last guys. That's crazy.
This was 1970. It was tailing off. But I was just like, man, that is just nuts playing net 1970 with no mask.
Talk about no masks, right? Ron will know this.
Okay.
Remember Bob Montgomery?
Yes, the last one to play without a helmet at the play.
Played without a helmet at bat. He wore a cap. That's it.
Yeah. But you got to think, he was an older guy. He wasn't a threat. There's no need to throw at Bob Montgomery. You know what I mean? It just
still crazy.
How much LSD you did before your no hitter?
Oh, that's Doc. Was that Doc Ellis?
Doc Ellis, yeah.
He said he was on LSD when he threw his no hitter.
Wow.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But
think that's true.
I just don't. I can't believe that. But he did say, I think in his book or something, or on something, he said that. Yeah. So, but yeah, we were. What else? What was the hockey? Oh, the one that I talked about a little bit with, or I typed in the chat one time on one of your chats, was I came across the documentary with the Flyers when they played the Russians, the Soviets, and that was really good. I enjoyed that a lot.
Thank you.
When they made them quit, they didn't want to come back on the ice.
They're going home. Home.
I watched it live. I know
you were talking about it after.
I've told Ron this before. When I watched it live, I was like, well, if they continue the game, Philadelphia would just go down and shoot into the net, and they would automatically win, wouldn't they? But as a kid, I'm thinking,
right,
and then they come back out.
The Philadelphia Flyers made the Soviets quit. They walked off the ice.
It really wasn't as bad as everybody thought it was. I mean, when you saw the hit that caused them to quit, wasn't a bad hit.
No,
but they were running them the entire time.
I think they realized they weren't winning this game, and they had just crushed everybody, and they decided, well, we'll just complain about the physicalness of the game, that they're not playing hockey, and we're going to walk off the ice.
Which was true. I mean, I don't like that Philadelphia Flyers style hockey back then. I thought I wanted to watch hockey, not people just run each other and turn it into a wrestling match or a cage fight. I didn't like that either, But they did. They mowed down people. They were mowed. I think they beat the Bruins 10-4 or something. They crushed teams.
I mean, the Bruins couldn't beat them, and the Bruins were tough.
Yeah.
The Rangers were tough.
I think they tied Montreal. It was the New Year's Eve game. 3-3. They tied Montreal. That was a big deal. That was one of the most famous games.
Red Wing or Red Army?
They had two teams there.
Right. It wasn't the Soviet Nationals. It was the Red Army team and the Red
Moscow Dynamo or something like that.
Okay.
A Dynamo.
But whichever team it was or whatever, they were running through the NHL.
One of them was a little bit better than the other, but they both were really, they were taking it to them.
I tried to get Sarah to say hi, and she's just not feeling well. So,
I hope she feels better. Hello, Sarah.
yeah, she's not in the room. It's pouring here. It's cold.
Oh, I know it's raining here too.
And the fibromyalgia is just really kicking in.
Ron, what's
Yeah.
the weather, Ron?
Alexa, what's the weather?
In Burlington, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit with rain.
35. That's in.
You can look for snowy, rainy weather with a low of 40 degrees.
Thank you.
It's April 26th, almost April 27th, and here we are.
Anytime.
Still, we
Have a
get up to
good
50 the other day.
Me
It was
too.
kind of fun, but
We had
man.
60 on Saturday, and she didn't feel well because it was supposed to rain.
Yeah.
So, I've told people the last week, it's Monday, March 9th again. It's the same weather over and over and over again. We're stuck
Groundhog
on
Day.
Monday, March 9th. Yes, Groundhog Day.
Speaking of groundhogs, how great was that video?
Oh,
I
the
know you showed-
pizza. That
of
was
the
awesome.
gopher, whatever that. What was that? A groundhog gopher?
Yeah, eating the pizza.
Oh my God. I watched that over and over. If you're in a bad mood,
That was so funny.
or whatever, watch this video. Just type in gopher eating pizza or whatever the hell the thing is. And the dogs, he's like sitting outside the window going, I'm eating pizza. I like this coronavirus thing. You're inside, I'm eating pizza, and you're my TV show. And he's watching. The dogs are like, what's he eating, man?
Oh, the dogs are just beside themselves.
Yep.
No one can do it. So at dinner time, we were watching last night's SNL because they had another one from home. And so they did a grocery store skit. You know, you can't find the beans and the rice, but here are the things that we have plenty of. You know, the first thing that they listed, Mr. Gardner, the first thing they listed, things that
Pineapple
have-
pizza.
Hawaiian pizza. And I'm going, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is great.
I can watch this over and over again. This is the greatest video ever.
Oh, he's got a longer version.
Yeah, look at him.
I mean, come
want
on, how good is
burrito
that?
bastards.
This was just funny.
And the dogs are looking at him. He's just like, no, dude, I am just gonna chow this thing. Little Caesar,
Okay.
Little Caesar. You guys got any dip? You got any of that dip stuff in there?
This is someone you want to watch like TV with. This
I know.
is
It's
the
like, pass
companion
me
you
a
want.
brewski.
Yeah.
This
Look at
is
the dogs.
He's not even worried about the dogs. He's like, nope, dude, I'm eating.
This is the coolest thing I've seen in weeks.
This is the most fearless animal. I know there's a door between them, but still, he's just sitting there
Still,
going,
usually if you see something between the glass, yeah.
he doesn't care. That's the best. He is the honey gopher. Like honey badger just don't give a poop.
Al, this is the best pizza video since that opening day when the guy threw the pizza at the player at Fenway. Remember
Oh
that?
my God. And Don Arcillo and Jerry Remy
Just
laughed
lost
for
it.
innings upon
Seven-
innings upon innings.
$7 slice of pizza, and the guy gets pissed and throws it at the person in front of him.
You're right, Ron. It is like almost a $20 slice of pizza.
Yeah, at Papa Gino's at Fenway Park.
He didn't spit out the
Spit out
pineapple.
the pineapple.
Do I remember Spags in Shrewsbury? Al, you remember Spags, right?
Do you remember Spags? My mother was a shoe buyer in the 80s and brought in ML Carr, McHale, and Ainge to sign free autographs. Great guys.
I bet they
Spags.
were.
I don't remember that.
I remember Spags. I mean, I don't know if it was ever there. It's a little out. It's a little west of me, but
Yeah.
Is it when Spags is next to Lizer? Was that the commercial? Left on Spitzbook, right at Daniel Webster. There was some place.
Shoe store, clothing store?
I'm not sure. Remember that left on Spitzbook, right at Daniel Webster, when Spags is next to Lizer, or Lizer's next to Spags. It was a big commercial back in the day on the radio.
Do you remember the Massachusetts back in the 70s, the Spirit of America, the commercial?
No.
I bet you can find
Massachusetts
it.
Spirit of America. Like it was a promotion for Massachusetts. So years have gone by. I'm watching Family Guy. They literally spoofed that commercial. They
Oh.
did the whole commercial, and I'm like, tears are run. I remember this.
bet.
It was god awful. The Spirit of Massachusetts is the Spirit of America.
Can't play the audio, but
Right?
No,
Is this it? No.
It's supposed to be.
that's not old enough. 87. No.
No, this was in the 70s. This was horrible. Maybe that was 87. I just remembered it was the spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of. It's just a
Spirit of
yeah.
Massachusetts.
You know what?
the
This could
spirit
be
of
it, Ron. Yes. Horrible
Wow.
commercial.
That's it.
And yes, Todd, the YouTube channel was Tap That.
Tap that.
Oh, she's right
Thank
there,
you.
Al. We're not supposed to talk about that when she's right there.
Who?
Dave.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I forgot. Teresa's right next to me.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make eye contact. Maybe she
No, I
won't
wouldn't.
notice. What?
No.
Are you still there?
Just remember, prenup.
So I started watching. I started watching some like Table Talk Delaware and a few other guys playing that Strat basketball board game. And one of the
You got
listeners, Andrew sent me that, and I started to watch the videos and I'm reading the directions, and at least the basic mode. The basic mode looks like it could be really,
It's
really
fun.
fun, really easy, really easy.
I don't want to.
And so
I have Strat basketball card and dice.
So I
The
and
basic-
I had a
Very
guy-
fun. Basic is very
Yeah,
fun.
basic is fun. I started to read advanced. It was a little bit more than I wanted to get into, but so I joined a basketball group on Facebook, and some guys like, I got some old card seasons. I'll sell to you real cheap. I'm like,
awesome.
really?
Is
So,
it that extravaganza basketball?
I don't know which one it is,
Oh,
but he
They
gave
sent
me.
me an invite. I joined them. They're pretty nice too.
So there was just some basketball groups. Like, okay, cool. So I'm like, no, and there was some other guy that had some that's an individual team. So I'm not going to go crazy buying stuff, but I'll pick up a couple of teams and play. But
The thing I find the hardest with Strat basketball, like I can play it offline because I just don't have enough room. Remember I showed you I was like and I couldn't get everything under the camera. It's just the timekeeping, like not the timekeeping, but like players can play. You flip the cards. Like
Yeah.
I have the game from the 80s. I'm assuming it's the same.
It is.
You have the flip cards, and after so many flip cards, it means X amount of minutes.
yeah.
And then you have to take guys out, and it becomes
But what it does is what I saw is that you have a stack of cards for a quarter.
Yep.
And it says count off 10 cards and then put the 2-minute warning, and then
Yep.
count out whatever cards and
X
put the
amount of
6-minute
cards,
warning.
slide
6-minute
the
warning.
card.
So
Yep.
so what I was gonna do is because some guys only need to rest for 6 minutes. I was gonna let like the entire starting five play the first quarter, and then for the first 6 minutes of the second quarter, put in line 2. And then maybe for like a couple minutes of the third quarter. So I mean, but for the most part, I think Delaware Chris, he played like he just left the 5 starters in and played, and he had
Yeah,
fun.
well, you can do whatever you
Yeah.
want. It's a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But I mean, it looked kind of fun. I was just like, okay, here's
It's
the
a-
rebound, here's the shot. Did he get it? No, the rebound
Very-
goes to this guy.
very
It
understandable.
flowed. It
That's why
flowed.
that's why I bought the PC game, because I used to. I enjoyed. I remember I replayed a couple of a game. And I was like, God, this game was good. I just don't understand. Maybe because like when I was younger, I think I tried to jump to the advance right away. And
Yep.
I was like,
Advance was it was confusing me. So
it's
I'm
a
like,
little. There's a few little things. Even now, I'm sitting there going, "What?" I'm going to play basic, and then that's when I end up buying Uncle Ron, Uncle Dave, the PC, because I was like, I like this
Yeah.
game. I like this
Yeah.
game a lot.
yeah,
And
I
I
did
bought
too.
the PC version, and hopefully we get it to work on my new computer.
Yeah, and I looked in there at the replay PC basketball a little bit. I was a little, like I said, I'm a casual basketball guy, and I already got a couple of basketball games. So I don't know if I want to get any more.
Can you leave that
but-
up for a second? Because I want to ask Todd a question. And Todd's right. You can download a free demo you can keep forever and play 25% of the season over and over again. Todd, do they have, because I see people with photos and stuff like that. Is it like, because these are the same makers or similar in the same.
The Richard Hanna game, yeah.
Yeah. Do they have the great mods where you just click a button and everything loads in?
The baseball does, yeah. I don't know about the basketball.
Baseball does too?
Yes.
Wow.
You can download it by season.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of I Am Sporticus plays a lot of the replay baseball. He had a wonderful tournament. And he has all the right, like the photos of the players with the right hats and stuff. And I was just curious about that.
So this is Demo playing this game.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's pretty easy to understand. I still mess up on a few things, but the dice rolls, you don't see any animation except the dice rolls. It's a true card and dice game. The baseball game has the best when it comes to if you want to see stuff move around. Football game I love. That would be 2nd and 10. But it's a pretty interesting game. I've played the demo quite a bit. I just haven't you know what I mean, dipped into buying it because I've invested so much into Action PC and Strat.
Right. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, watching that doesn't really grab me.
What grabbed me with Strat when I went on to buy, because there were videos on the game. I think me and Ron were the first to do.
Yeah, it was
Like,
really strange.
You
It was
couldn't
really
find
strange.
anything. When I went on the Strat site, they have animation. I'm looking at it, go, I like those little guys.
I do
I
too.
like watching, even if you just see like the foul shot, you don't
Yeah.
see everything,
Yeah.
but you see the passes and you see the guys shoot. I like that.
I like the card image and then the dice roll.
The one thing I wish they would do with the hockey game and the basketball game is let you roll the dice on the shots. Because that would be so much fun.
Yeah, I hope they would do that.
They do it for baseball. They do it for football. I try to roll my own dice. But if you don't know that game in and out, you can easily make a mistake by going, does this mean that? Does that mean that? So
And we know you don't make mistakes.
I do not make mistakes. Other
Never.
people do. I'm kidding. I make lots of mistakes. One mistake was having someone on this show, and it wasn't Uncle Ron, and it's not Uncle Dave.
Dave like that.
You know what's going to happen
He's
tont?
not going to practice that 12-year-old kissing thing with you after if you're mean.
Listen, what's going to happen? No, she's not. What's going to happen tonight is she will be sleeping.
Oh.
Right? This is what's going to happen. I'm going to probably play a game or something. I come in.
4 years, Al. I haven't practiced that in a long
And
time.
then I'll be sleeping nice. I'll kiss her on her forehead because that's why, and I'll lay down nice. Like an angel. I'll lay down.
He's just a devil in disguise.
And then it happens. The people's elbow in the back of the shoulders from nurseries. A bam! I'm like,
He's going to be
I
a good
didn't know I
chiropractor.
did
Al.
that.
Well, you heard the joke about the three guys that were talking about how every time they come home, no matter what they do, they wake up their wife. And one guy's like, I come home, I quietly pull into the garage. I don't even close the garage door. I tiptoe into the house. I crawl into bed, and the wife wakes up and's like, screams at me. Right. The second guy goes, man, I come down the street. I turn off the car, all the lights, and I go neutral into the driveway. I take off my shoes. I go into the back door. I tiptoe up the stairs. Don't even take off my clothes or crawl into bed. And she wakes up. And the third guy goes, no, you guys got it all wrong. I come down the street, windows open, blaring my tunes. I screech into the driveway, kick open the door, go up the stairs, throw my work boots in the closet, jump into bed and go, baby, how about some sex? And she's sound asleep.
It's a good one.
Fun. That's funny.
That's a good one.
So yes.
You're going to get in trouble, Al.
Okay, Stuart Neal says you're making a mistake right now. No, I don't make mistakes. No.
But you can always roll your own dice. That's
Well,
what you should do, Al.
With the way it's going, fellas.
Racer, I'm coming to bed. Come on. let's
Exactly.
go.
With the way things are going, I might be on the couch rolling my own dice. Ba-bum,
Yeah, the
bum.
dice aren't the only thing that are loaded, Al.
No. Yeah.
It's an offensive foul. Oh, man.
Oh.
Backfield
Card game.
motion, gonna be a penalty. You know what sucks when you're rolling dice? I mean, really rolling dice. I'm not talking about any perverted shit that you people think I'm talking. Can you
Hey,
say?
it's a family show.
Can you
It's a
say
virtual
that word
show.
on YouTube?
No, you can't.
What?
I'm offended.
You're offended?
No.
I'm offended. You're offended.
Oh, we're gonna play.
How about
game.
that? I double dog dare you.
Oh, it's Sunday, Ron. Well, I'm offended that you're offended. That I'm offended. That Dave's offended. That I'm offended. There.
I'm offended that the person's walking out in front of my house. Why? I don't know. Anyway, when you're playing your card and dice, or whether on the piece, and you lose the dice, that's like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
sitting there going, oh, and you're streaming. And when
It
I
rolls
first
off the
started to do
table.
this, I didn't have my emergency dice right there. And I'm like, and I try to find it. I'm smacking my head against things and people are laughing. I'm like, they think I'm doing it like for fake. I'm like, no, I don't know where the hell the dice are. And I didn't bring any emergency. Now I have the emergency dice all set
Yeah,
up just
yeah.
in case.
I've seen a few people do that. Like, oh, it rolled off the table. I'll be right back.
Then you go to find it later and you're like, where are you? And you're like, how the hell
Yeah.
did the thing bounce, hit the door, go in the kitchen? How did it go
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Made itself a cup of coffee too.
Oh, yeah, this is classic. Teresa's making nachos, right? And she goes, I come out of the bathroom and are they ready to eat? And she's like, yeah. I can't find the cap to the jalapenos. Well, what happened? It hit the floor. okay.
Where it went.
She's like, I don't know where it went. I'm like, okay, let's do this logically. Where could it have went? And so we're looking. And I'm like, listen, if I was a jalapeno cap, where would I go? To a whorehouse? No. It was under the fridge. Then I realized we need to clean under the fridge. So.
And you found the book of green stamps that your mother had from 1972?
Oh my God, I remember those. Remember if you collected stamps, you would get something? What the hell was that? Remember you had a stamp book, and if you you bought enough things, you put the stamps in, you got a free
We
pen.
had a green stamps store in New Mexico. So one of the chains had green stamps, and on the first of the month was double stamp day or something like that. And so you could, if you had enough stamps, you could get like a cheap ass couch.
I just remembered I was always trying to collect. That's like when I used to buy the Sea Monkey things,
Yes,
yeah,
out of
yeah.
comic books.
right? And I'm sitting there going, I can see them. I see them. I have these little creatures that I'm in control of. I am benevolent. And then I would take it and go, because I'm a jerk. Briar shrimp, right? I had Briar shrimp. That's what I had,
That's what it is. Yeah.
right? Don't eat them. Don't eat them. Ugh.
Well, they're too small. They're not even good for the ramen noodles.
Suck them right down. It's okay. You remember? Do you remember?
David's lost
We're
control.
in the
of
Do
the
you remember part of the program? Do you remember Easy Bake Oven?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Now we've talked about this, Ron, remember, like on our show, but the Easy Bake Oven, this is how great it was when we were kids, right? They give you a thing. There's a light bulb that's like 500 degrees that cooks shit, right? And now you have this and you're like, you mean I can put stuff in there and it'll cook? And you're putting all kinds of stuff, and then you're like, where's that kid? Let's put his hand in, you let us play with jarts, an Easy Bake Oven. And we turned out okay. Yes, we did, Ron. Yes, we did. Lawn jarts were the best. You give me a spear.
Oh, yeah, I love the jats. I love the jats. Yeah. Jats are the best.
I know I'm incriminating myself.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Meet the Flintstones.
No, it's even better than that.
Oh, this is black and white. Welcome to
Yes.
Bedrock. Population 2000.
Oh, we got to stop, Fred. You got to let the fire department go. Okay, now you can go.
Oh, God.
Fred's had a hard day at work.
The pilot, the name was Flagstones.
Really?
Yes.
The Daily
This was
Slate.
supposed to be a spin-off like the Honeymooners.
It was absolutely the honeymoon.
Right? And this was a nighttime cartoon, I believe, originally.
Yeah, prime time.
So Fred's had a hard day. So
you
he's
know,
going to grab.
Oh! That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, that is crazy.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Winston tastes good. Like a
Look at all the girls are doing all the work. That's awesome. Al, does Nurse Teresa do that? Cut the grass and then go beat the laundry? I don't know.
Very
Yeah.
good. But we share responsibilities.
Yes, Dave.
I'm already in the doghouse, Dave. Let's not.
Well, I'm just wondering. Like I said, I can picture you and Ron sitting there smoking a
God.
Winston.
This is awesome.
The pack of
cheers to
cigarettes is as
Winston.
big as Barney, for Christ's sakes.
Bon, it doesn't get any better than this.
They're watching their wives. I never seen these commercials. These are unbelievable.
Look at how big these are. I can smoke this one all day. Look at the girls like,
And now the girls are like, it's not that big, believe me.
Oh.
What other crazy vintage commercials do they have?
Oh, now the girls are mad. They want a cigarette.
They want
boy.
cigarettes.
Oh boy.
I never saw these.
I never saw this one.
Oh my God. This would not fly nowadays.
Oh no.
Oh no, I don't even think they have cigarette commercials anymore.
No,
They're illegal,
it's
right?
raw.
Yeah. Wow.
That I never saw these. That's awesome, Dave.
That's yeah. I remember those. I don't remember because it was before me, but I remember cigarette commercials.
I remember the Marlboro Man.
Yes.
That's the one I remember.
Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slims, who sponsored the tennis tour, which is hilarious.
Come a long way, baby.
Newports.
Newports. What were the other ones?
Camels.
Camel, Joe Camel. That was a very famous cartoon character. I mean, for the cigarette cup.
Yeah.
I remember. Like I said, the Marlboro Man. That's the one in Virginia Slims, because that was the woman's cigarette.
Yes.
And if you watch that Bobby Riggs,
Billie Jean King.
yeah, with Steve Carell, great movie. We watched that. I highly recommend. I can't remember what it's called, but maybe it's Battle of the Sexes or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Budweiser, 1984.
Bring out your best.
Budweiser Light.
You remember this one here? Budweiser Light. Not Bud Light, Budweiser Light.
Yes. They were heavy sponsors on ESPN.
Look at this guy. He's bringing out his best.
He's bringing out
Yeah. Settle down, rookie.
They look like they're going to have a Brokeback Mountain moment later.
They're gonna have a Winston cigarette, man.
Yeah, after that moment.
That's what we do. We have beers after football practice. I guess that's what they did. They used to drink beers
They're gonna run with their glasses on, huh?
in the locker rooms in the hockey. They used to have cases of beer after the games. There's pictures of Cheevers and Johnson like having a bunch of beers.
Al, do you remember when the Sox won in 07, Papelbon dancing around with the Bud Light boxes on his head?
Yep. I remember that.
And the guy with the glasses wins the race.
Well, he could see where he's going. He doesn't get his glasses on now.
You can't put this on, but the band Bud Light commercials.
The band Bud Light commercials, they're wicked funny. Check them later. I don't
Check
think
them later.
I-
It's not.
You can't really watch them on. We're a family-oriented program here.
For the most part, bring out your best. Oh man!
They're like 2-3 minutes long. They're
All of
they're
a sudden,
hilarious.
boom! Oh, he struck him out. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Bob. I want to offer you a Budweiser Light and sign you to a contract.
I remember those "Bring Out Your Best" commercials.
Yeah.
I used to like less filling tastes great.
Oh, the
I
light
like.
beer.
Yeah, there was some.
Billy Martin, George Steinbrenner one.
You're fired. I'm fired. You're fired. Those are always good.
I remember the Steinberger one when he was in the hospital with a broken arm. He's like, "Hey, can you sign my check?" That was a funny one.
On Seinfeld, when they used to do Steinbrenner and they had the bomb threat, and George is under his desk because he made a thing to sleep. I don't know, and that was hilarious. He calls Jerry and he goes, "Call in a bomb threat." So, but if you didn't see Seinfeld, then it's.
So there was an episode of SNL that Steinbrenner hosted, and one of the skits they did was a Yankee game, and Steinbrenner played all 9 positions. At first base, George Steinbrenner. At second, Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner's on. They had Bob Costas do the game. Steinbrenner is pitching to George Steinbrenner.
I remember when they did that with Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
Did you ever see the band Skittles commercial?
The band Skittles commercial.
Maybe you
I can't show it here. Well, when we're done, hang on. I'll show you it real quick. It is fun. It's all with Skittles, but it's basically a X-rated movie with Skittles.
It's a taste that rainbow, huh?
Taste the rainbow. It is. Yeah, I can't
Taste
play
the
it here.
rainbow.
So anyway, but yeah, we could do a couple more things before we wrap up. It was kind of a last minute late show tonight. Just kind of how it happened today. Hopefully tomorrow.
It's my fault. So
It's nobody's fault. It's just
My fault.
it's what's going on in the world's fault. You know.
you know what? I wanted to make Uncle Dave laugh. I think I've accomplished that.
Yeah,
I
you know,
wanted-
it just sucked because I get up today and say, okay, I'm going to walk the dog. I'm going to play the strat basketball. I'm going to sit and I'm going to learn on the table. And that's all I really had to do today because there's nothing else we can do. I made breakfast. We had a good breakfast and I walked the dog and I come home and they just went to bed.
Yeah, it's one of those days. You just
So rainy
get by
day.
and move on to the next one.
And it's just, it was a perfect day to sit and make my decaf coffee and sit and play this basketball game that I can probably play now because I read all the directions and watched the videos and, get excited about it and learn it. And then, maybe make a couple of videos.
Are you going to use the board to set up your cards? Because you have to spread you got to have your cards all down. Are you going to do it just?
Yeah, I'll do that. Either I might use my things here. I got these little
Oh, the
racks
rack, yeah.
that work out well. And
So
so
you stand them up.
I'll take my cards and put them in the rack like that.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
We can see that a little bit better, but
No, but I get the gist. I've seen,
yeah.
a lot of people, and I got to give credit where credit is due. Uncle Dave likes to do a lot of modding with like spreadsheets, and it's helped me out just to make some of where I do some card and dice rolling, but I put a little spreadsheet up, and it just makes so much more immersion. And there's other people in the community, like Appa Brian and other people. They build like a whole little ball field thing going on.
his is great,
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
You know, and there's many others. It's just really good stuff. And you know, play the game anywhere you want, but it's always fun to add.
When I play on the table, have you seen the crowd that I use? I have a crowd background that I took off an electronic football game.
Yeah.
And I set that up sometimes in the background, and I have the crowd going.
You know what I really wish you had put a few games on. We talked about it a little bit, the shootout hockey, the tournament, because I thought you were going to do that. Next thing I know, I'm on the digital dice.
It went so fast.
He was dying
Yeah,
about
I know.
an
You
hour.
told me. I went through it and I was like, oh, he did it already.
It just went so fast.
So
It's just
quick question on shootout hockey. Alan Shaw's doing that. So if anyone's watching,
Yes.
check out Alan Shaw.
That's
It's good
awesome,
stuff.
yeah.
He's doing a one and done tournament. Now, if you buy that game, does the Excel does the Excel helper come with that, or do you have to buy it? Or am I getting games mixed up? Is there an
think you
Excel?
are.
Yeah, there's no free helper that comes with it.
Okay, I'm getting games mixed up. I thought
there is a shootout helper program.
But it's not Excel.
It's not Excel.
Oh, but there's okay.
That's not part of the purchase. That's someone else did that.
Oh, someone else made it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Gotta
I think
say-
that's kind of cool. I saw that somewhere when I was looking through, looking at the games and stuff.
Gotta say, while Dave calls it up, I think to show you something. My wife made an awesome dinner. We got some garlic butter Ritz shake and bake.
Oh, you said you were going to do that. That's
Oh, it's
awesome.
excellent. So we did that in a salad for dinner. It was awesome.
So this is the shootout helper. Okay. So no, I'm in the way over here, but so you roll the dice. I'll see if I can get myself out of the way. I think I did move out of the way a little bit over here. There we go. So you actually have to scan the cards and put the cards in, and then load the players in. But then you can play the whole shootout game right here. You got the dice or the fast action cards. It keeps all the stats, and you play it all right here. It is so damn cool.
That's what I'm talking. Because I saw that, and I was just okay.
Yeah, and so you put in a penalty. You just hit penalty, and you put in who it was. You put in at the time of the penalty, and it keeps track of everything. It does. It does a super job.
Now, when you say you have to scan the cards in, do you have to type them in, or do you literally scan the cards in?
Well, I have a screen capture program, so I call up the PDF that John sent me, and
Like
I'll
a
just
snippet?
I'll just capture that. I'll just like draw a box around that one
Okay.
card.
Yep,
And
like
then
a
you
snippet. Okay.
save it as a certain dimension, and then you have to label it. The instructions come with a program. It's a free program. Instructions come with the program, like the exact size you need, and you just save it as that size. And then you type in a text file, and it says how to lay out the team, the year, and then all the players. And so then when you go into the game, it calls up the card, and then when you go to add a penalty or a goal or whatever, the list of players come up. So it's like a mini database thing, but
It looks like a really fun game. I've been enjoying Alan Shaw's. I enjoy
I
your
like
stuff.
it. It's just enough detail to have some interest to it. You don't need to be a serious hockey fan.
yeah, and there is a helper at Lewis Research if you want that too.
Oh,
I
I
don't like it. I don't like the one at Lewis Research. It's hard to follow how it's set up. So I'd rather either play with a helper, or I'd rather play with the cards or the dice. But you still need the game with the helper, though. You still need
Right.
the game,
You
which
have
is
it.
good. I like that. I like when they do that.
And the other thing I've been enjoying, and I purchased from Roberto Shiverini, I got the Olympic boxing because you guys were playing those other games,
Yeah.
and it's just so much fun.
I've got the
I
box,
tweaked
haven't
it a
set
bit.
up yet.
Yeah, I tweaked it a bit just because I wanted to go a little different.
Right.
But it stays when I do a tweak or a mod, whatever you want to call it. I try to keep it within the way the game's played. I didn't go nuts. It
Right,
still
right.
stays within the game. I just changed it a little bit. And sometimes the game goes like that. Sometimes it's a few more rolls, but it's
Yeah.
really a lot of fun. I
Yeah,
like those.
what I do with the shootout hockey is that when you roll the dice, if there's 2 minutes left and you roll a 2 or a 3, that's supposed to be the end of the period. I bring it down to a minute and I give one last roll.
Well, that because
I think that adds excitement to it.
No, but because you did that to your hockey game. What I did with the boxing game, originally you rolled for the knockouts on your first rolls.
Yeah, I think that Dave, that might be one of the jerseys you got. That's 66.
They're cool jerseys.
Number
Aren't they
66.
nice?
Yeah.
all nice.
EMRHL. Got the logos on the sides. Numbers on the
David
back.
Williams, the league will be back before you know it.
Yep, Dave's one of the new guys, and of course we stopped playing, and then we got to shut down. So
But yeah, when you did that with Jeff
yeah,
Hunter,
great game today. Great game today by Al.
thank you. But when you did that with your hockey game, it gave me the idea because again, I wanted something at the end.
I did.
I wanted something at the end so I took one of the 2 knockout rolls. The first one, if there's no knockout, I roll for what goes on in the round, and then at the end, I'm going to roll the second knockout. So you have a little bit of
The end is where the drama comes in.
Yes, that's what I wanted. And
there's not-
it's a long shot because most of the time they're all gold. Well, you have to roll zeros to get knocked out, basically. But anyway.
But how cool in a hockey game when somebody scores in the final minute of a period, that is the most exciting part, especially the end of the game. So if I get to the end of the period, I give it the one last roll. And I found it hasn't affected the game at all. It's given me a lot of pleasure because it's excitement. It's the last roll of the game. It's like, okay, we're down to the last roll. Here it is, And I've had some games come down to that final roll at the end of the game, and teams have scored or not scored. And it's just exciting. It's like, okay, one last shot, 10 seconds to go. Can he put it in? Shot, and it's a goal or a save. And it's like, that is exciting rather than just, and that's the end of the game.
And one more thing, and then Ivan Diaz was kind enough because they have on Facebook time travel baseball, and I read a lot of their stuff on there. Wow, this seems like that's not the right word. A fun, quick game to learn. And they make their own teams. Like they do the research, they make their team.
He has tried several times
to purchase
to purchase the rights to the game. He is.
I wish he could.
I mean, he loves the game. He really does love the game. He makes all these teams. He would be great at it. And Jeff County never gets back to him.
I wish they would because they're not. But anyway, my point, someone else made the 32 World Series teams absolutely beautiful cards. I downloaded them. I just printed them up. And then Ivan was kind enough to send me some. I'm going to play a couple of games offline. I'm going to try to hook up with him to talk about the game.
He's a good guy. He's
a wonderful guy. Wonderful.
I wasn't happy though when you went into his Facebook group and you said, is this game easy to learn? And some guy came in with a wise ass answer.
I just ignore that.
But I mean, but Ron and I had talked about that on One Digital to Dice, growing the sport.
Yeah.
And here's someone new coming into a group, and the first response you get is a wise guy. And it's like, that's why I immediately put Al, if that's the kind of support you're going to get here, I wouldn't bother with this game. And immediately everybody came to the defense of the game, which is fine.
I just ignore that because
my point was that
I know
that a jerk like that, you could have just said, I'm out of this group and never played that game over one guy. And we talked about growing the sport, and that's not how you grow it, is when you give a new guy a wise ass answer, because that's not what he's looking for.
Let me tell you something. They don't know who I am. They don't know my YouTube channel.
But they don't know who you are.
They don't know how smart I am, how smart you are, how smart Uncle Ron is. So if they want to come with the wise ass comment,
but I mean, as a new person, though,
they're trying to compensate for deficiencies elsewhere.
But if you were a new guy, if you were more of a timid guy and coming in looking for something, and that's the first thing somebody said,
that was absolutely the wrong answer.
Because I've walked into businesses before and someone said something similar to that, and I'm walking into a new place, I'm a little uncomfortable, I've never been here, and it was just like. Is just whatever he said was like, wow, I don't feel very welcome in here, so I'm out of here and I'm never coming back.
The beauty about this community, what I call the FOC, friends of the community, friends of the channels, whatever you want to call it, and our little Discord and other thing. I think we're very welcoming. I think we help one another. We try to tell people how to improve things, and they help us with how to improve things. Where do we get our downloads? Do we like this game? So on and so forth. And that is absolutely fabulous.
Excuse me. Yeah, there's my little crowd in the background.
I love that. That's when you have them different for every, like you have the Bruins, you have that's a Quebec.
Print out the ranks, right? You print.
Yeah, you know what that is? Okay, so that's the football background there. Let me go full
Yankee
screen.
Stadium, by the way.
Is it?
Yep.
So that's a I'll make that full screen so we can see it. So what this is electronic football The background is a couple of the stands that you clip in, and then I have obviously the shootout hockey cards with my dice out, and I go FAC and the dice, and I'm using my overlay scoreboard thing on the iPad, so I can keep the score. And that printout of Quebec, all that is that's a printout on an 8x14 sheet of paper of the Action PC rink.
Yep.
So all those custom Action PC rinks, I printed out a few, and
larger paper.
Yeah, and I did that too when I took my pictures from the shootout hockey. I had that in the background.
And again,
Jeff around 7:30 tomorrow, we'll do that.
And again, Uncle Ron, Uncle Dave, when I play my Glory Days boxing, I actually did a printout of Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle, and that's where I roll my dice, because when I saw stuff like that, I was like, that's pretty cool. I can do this with certain things. So, but anyhow, yeah, I try to ignore stuff like that, because you're right, that doesn't grow. And that by no means does that represent all the wonderful people on that Facebook group.
No, but it does. But my point was, and it was addressed immediately. And that was kind of my point behind the whole thing, was that here's a new guy coming in asking about a game, and that's what he gets. And luckily people come in and sorted that out. But my point was, like, this is not what you
maybe he thought I was trying to be a wise guy.
No, I don't think you were.
I wasn't.
No, I didn't think you were, but that guy
I was just asking how, because the cards were the guy, there's a gentleman who made the cards for the 32 World Series teams. He made his own cards. He actually put like the photos of the players on the card. Is really nice. I go, these are beautiful. I don't even know the game. I download them because they're great to look at. How easy is it to play this game?
Yeah,
that's all I asked. Like, is it a quick learn? At my age, I've played so many games and stuff. I just want to know, if I'm going to start something new, can I learn it quick? Because with anything, if I can't learn it quick,
well, I
I'm not going to play it.
During the Easter sale. I got a couple of Downey games.
Yeah, Mike, that's what we're talking about.
And I picked up player of the game basketball, because I heard it was very similar to regular season basketball. It is not very similar to regular season basketball. It's very different. It's a big math equation. You just start rolling dice. You figure out who's in the game. You figure out how many points, how many assists, how many this, how many free throws, and then after you figure out all the players' their points, you add up the end to get the final score. It felt like a math equation. It didn't feel like I was playing a basketball game.
It might be for someone else. Other people might like it, and it might not be for you. You tried it, you didn't like it. Doesn't mean it's just a game.
It's not a bad game by any, but just I talk to Ron all the time about flow, and I like to play games that flow. Like, I feel like I'm part of the game. It doesn't mean I have to play every second of the game, but even some of the quick play games, there's a little bit of flow to it, even though it's a quick play game. But this game here, when it felt like I was going backwards, I was finding out who had all the points in the game, and then that would give me the total at the end. And I didn't feel like I was playing the game at all. I felt like it was a math equation. I got to play. But speaking about difficulty, so I was able to figure that out. Even though I played one game, I was like, okay, it's not for me. I got player of the game golf. Okay, it came with a phone book.
Really?
And I just went right in the draw. I mean, it's probably not that difficult, but I mean,
but that's way too many rules for a game.
Yeah. Like the play of the game, play of the game basketball is a couple of pages. Roberto Civini is a page and a half tops. Regular season basketball was 5 or 6 pages, but it was really spaced out and laid out to a point it was almost like the Strat rule book. Everything flowed in the instruction. You could really follow it. The play of the game was just like thunk. And I was just like, oh my God. And I thumbed through it, and I just was like, wow, do I really want to put in the time to learn this game? And I just, and what I like about the Strat in the regular season basketball is they give you the basic version first, and you can play basic, and it's a couple of pages, and you're off and running. And then if you like the game, then you move to advanced if you want to. They both do great things like that.
Yeah, basic in basketball and baseball for Strat, it's literally the first 2-3 pages of the instruction manual.
Yep. Question demos.
Al, how do you like the Action PC 2020 projection season? Now, this is what I think they did. It's okay. It's fun. I enjoy it. I'm not going to play. I play the tournaments here and there. Let me say this. I like playing older teams because you can't do a lot with the new teams.
So many strikeouts.
And you're just clicking the hit button. But I enjoy it. They're so stretched. It's interesting. You have to they've had some funny choices, and I'm not going. At first, I tried to go through all the teams, and I was like, you know what? Whatever the teams are picked are the teams that are picked, and I'm going to play it out. I'll play as the weaker seed. It's fun. Action PC is a solid game. I think what they basically did, again, they just tweaked their ratings from last year. That's what it looks like to me. It's fun. It's just something. It's a hypothetical.
Did they do that with like Pacoda? I mean, because there's several different off-season projections that I won't get into the specifics, but there's like 3 or 4 major off-season projection things. So
Now, it's really
used or like Pacoda or Zips or I'm trying to blank on like a Stanley. There's like 3 major.
Yeah, what's really cool, if you go to Baseball Reference, Uncle Ron and Uncle Dave,
Yeah.
they have, I never noticed this till this year, they have projections of the players. You
Yes.
could actually, I thought up of a quick game. You just go, and again, is it going to be righty lefty split? No. You go, you take 1-2 teams. I wouldn't go nuts with it, right? They give you the percentages basically, and you can sit there and roll 2 10-sided dice, figure out how you want to go off pitcher and batter card, and you have a game you just made really easy.
Oh,
I
nice.
fooled around with that. You like, if you went to Pete Alonso, they project what he's going to do for this year if they had, their projection, right?
Right.
And then you go to a pitcher against him, you can figure out, you can almost do a letter grade for the pitcher or batter or a number grade, and you could just do a roll, right? It basically go, okay, the pitcher wins, you're going to go off the pitcher's card. Again, it's a simplistic thing. I fooled around with it if you wanted to.
Take a look at Fangraphs. They've got projections. When I worked for Fansided and covering the Nationals, we would do stories based on, and they have all the projections. There's like 4 different projection things there.
I'll be there in a couple
nice.
minutes, honey.
Yeah, Sports Time Machine out. Yeah, I did. I talked a little bit about that. Yeah, I'm gonna like the basketball game. I saw some videos that some people did on YouTube there, and they were fantastic jobs with the basic game and just read the instructions. The basic game is going to be real fun, I believe.
I'm telling you, basketball game is fun. The
'Cause it
basic
flows. When I watched the videos and I was reading,
flow, that's what I
I
wanna
could
talk
feel about how the basketball game flows on that, and it might take a while to play, but I mean, flipping the cards and who gets the rebound, who gets the shot, do you get the shot in? Yes, no, who gets the rebound? We bring it up the court. What are we going to do? You want to take a 3-pointer? Great. It was like, boy, this really looks good. I mean, I could visualize that in my head, and that's a big part of it too.
Yep. And it's a nice combination of the card flipping, which I'm not a fan of, right? But you get to roll the dice too. And
Yep.
it's just a nice combination of that. So the card flipping doesn't bother me as much. When it comes to flow, that's very important. Everyone has a different, some people like the card flipping. They can get the flow from that. I can't. That's why I like Glory Days boxing, because it's I'm rolling the dice. I'm quickly looking at the cards. If I'm not doing a stream, I can play a game in 15 minutes. No lie. I can play a game in 15 minutes. Stop laughing if I'm not streaming.
Some games go well with the cut, like the shootout hockey. The facts just mimic the dice, and it's a lot faster because instead of rolling dice and looking at a chart, you're flipping it and you're getting that result almost instantly. So I like to use the FACs in shootout because I can go a lot faster.
And there's another one Ron put me on to, the TCM basketball.
The team Tom Mink.
It's a basketball. You have kind of like an Excel helper thing. It's just really cool. I've been fooling around with the demo.
You
seeing if
have the cards, but
Yep.
the computer will play the game for you but you input all the stuff.
So that was an interesting one.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for. That's why I watch YouTube. You get to see a lot of different games. Some of them
Nice,
aren't for me. You're just looking for new stuff. Take care.
Yeah, I'm always looking for new games, and that's how I stumbled on the Roberto Schiavini games. Is someone posted about Kill the Power Play? I'm like, and I went through my mail, and I had bought it last year, and I didn't realize it. And I looked, and I had it printed out, and I played it. I was like, wow, this actually plays pretty well. So I got back to the guys like, hey, let me grab a couple more seasons, and then it just
Really nice
spirals from there. And I did a couple of videos, and he was happy with them. And then he sent me a couple of games, and I bought a few games and bought a few seasons, and he's just and we just going back and forth. And I did more videos, and then Ron started getting some stuff. And
Dave, what's the game that they embedded you on the channel? It's a basketball game.
oh yeah, regular season basketball.
Now
Yeah,
who is that creator? That's not Schiavini, right?
No, that's a couple of
No,
guys.
but a couple Italians too.
Yeah. Yeah, let me call
It
that
is,
up.
it's really cool. I remember telling Dave, I sent him a message or an email going, hey, you're on their website.
I mean, he sent me an email and he says, "Hey, can we put this on Delphi?" So here's the thing
Really
here, right?
cool.
So, he
Hats
goes,
off
"Can
to
we-"
you,
so
Dave.
so here's the place. So if I scroll down, it's like there's a there's
That's
me,
awesome.
and it was one of these things where I'm fine with that, but when I made the video, it was just me playing the game, and in the beginning part of the video, the first thing I said is I bought the game and I didn't hear back for a few days, and I didn't know if they were out of business.
Yep.
And so right off in the video, but then I was like, no, I got the game and it's legit. So now I'm going to talk about the game, and that's the video they put up. So it's almost like if I wish I knew, I would have done a more of a better version, more of a commercial.
No, it's a
for
good.
them.
I've watched that video. It's a good video.
I think it come out pretty good despite everything,
Yeah,
and I showed it off and this and that.
And one more thing with Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron did a game for 2nd and 10 that's on their Facebook page embedded.
Is it?
Nice.
Do you know what game that is, Uncle Ron? I saw
No.
it.
Really?
Go look. It's there. The 58.
Seriously?
Go to 2nd and 10 Facebook page. It's there. I saw it. And I wanted to tell you, I forgot. 1958 championship game, Colts and the Giants, the one that went to overtime. Greatest game of all time, they dubbed it, whether you agree or just. It's a fun game. I've watched it on YouTube. I've watched it on the Classic Sports.
Where is it? I'm on the page looking.
Where
at
is
stuff.
If you go to, let me see if I can find it
Community.
without, excuse me. I don't know how to get to the groups I joined because,
Just go to the search at the top. Type in 2nd and 10.
okay, because I'm a novice. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay. Now, if
I
you
see
go,
it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
it's
Where?
there. I'm telling you,
2017.
it's there. Now I can't find it, but I'm telling you, it's there. I saw it. It's on their page.
There it is, right
There
there.
it is. There it is. This is a game I streamed, turned into a blowout.
Oh, it's
So
on there.
2nd and 10. I scroll down. Yeah, I scroll down on
It's
the home.
there, Uncle Ron. It's on their page. On their, that's pretty
1958, yeah.
cool. They left it up there, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And that's the first thing I saw Uncle Ron Juckett do. And then I stalked him since then.
First thing I saw him do was the body painting, and that really got me excited about the channel.
Stop it. Oh.
Oh, I just.
That was, oh my God, the game that I'm not going to give it away. Baseball Demos put up the White Sox, Cardinals. I can't remember the exact years, but La Russa's with the Cardinals. 2005 White Sox with Ozzie Guillen. That is one of the wildest games you could ever roll. I'll leave it at that. Check it out. Baseball Demos. Free. I walked away to throw some more laundry in, right? I come upstairs, think I'm just watch the game. That's all I'll say. Wild. That's why you play the game. When you get these wild, crazy games. Unbelievable game.
I have my glasses on to do that one.
Yeah,
Trying to
yeah,
find the
yeah, you
video.
did.
It's got 2,000 views. I'm stunned.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I had no idea it was there.
I wanted to tell you, but I kept forgetting. And then when I said I got, mentioned the basketball game that Dave's embedded in on their website, I said, that's when I remembered I want to tell Uncle, because I saw it. I was like, holy, that's Ron. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's kind of cool that people see that and they like the videos. And let me say, both Roberto Schiavini and Marco, the guy from regular season basketball, have been very, very fair with me
Yes.
with everything and very
Roberto was
supportive.
fantastic.
And it's
You know,
just
Al, he's an author. He's a published author.
Yeah, I was reading on the on his Facebook thing, on his Facebook page. Very nice man. He gets back to you pretty quick.
Yes.
I was looking.
he
what
posted
I was
stuff
looking
about-
at? Bobsledding. I keep looking at that game.
I got it. I haven't played it yet, but I got it.
Oh, tell me how it is, because if you like it, I'm getting it. Because I keep going. I love bobsledding as a kid.
It's all
I would
broken
sit and
down
watch
by
that.
run. So it's an average time per run, and then you roll against
So is it like the skiing then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just I always liked Bob's. The one that creeped me out was the 2-man luge.
Oh,
That was a
Sure.
bit
would you lay on me in your latex?
exactly. I'm like, that's the nightmare I have.
Not Teresa's on you.
Roberto Schiavini posts a lot of metal stuff. He posted this band called Manowar. If you've ever heard of Manowar, they're a really raw heavy metal band. And I was chatting with him about it and I maybe I'm getting this mixed up, but I think he said he wrote some of the lyrics for one of their albums.
Really?
Really?
I think it was Manowar. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. But because I've been chatting with him about a lot of things, and one of the things was that Manowar or heavy metal, and he said, if you listen to that, I wrote a lot of the lyrics for that album, and I think I was trying to find it real quick, but I think it was Manowar, and that was kind of cool. Ron would like Manowar. In fact, I think I'm gonna suggest that.
No. I'm not a metalhead.
Everyone deep down's a metalhead, believe me. Gets you going.
I've got metal in my head, but
You're always on my mind.
da, 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 da.
You're always on my mind.
See, Al and I could do like a karaoke concert for Yacht Rock Radio.
So here's some Manowar for you. What do you think?
Funny, that doesn't look like a horse.
That was a very famous thoroughbred, correct?
Do you see where NBC, because there's no Derby this weekend or next weekend, is going to take a computer sim of all 13 of the Triple Crown winners and run them?
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. That's going to be a fun. They're going to do it on NBC?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Instead of the Derby.
I've been looking. Yeah. So this is Manor. Yeah. They're not doing it for me, Uncle Dave. They're not Metallica.
How the hell? By the way, just as a point of order here.
Point of order.
May it please the court. If it
May it
pleases
please
the
the
court. How the hell is that video on VH1 Classic? VH1 is Michael Bolton, Stevie Nicks.
No. VH1 the classic. They did some metal. They
had a metal show. That wasn't as popular. Don Imus actually was they used to call him a VJ on VH1 briefly. Larry Harris, I thought about ordering Payoff Pitch.
Oh, Laura's a metalhead. I forgot that Laura is a metalhead. Yes, she is.
Metallica fan.
I remember Headbangers Ball on MTV because they would watch it after SNL when I was in college. But
baseball demos. Nurse Teresa cut my hair. I feel like a wet chia pet with all this hair. Oh, I had to get my hair cut.
Mine's a mess. Mine's a mess.
I had to get my hair cut.
Sharon is too. Sharon, my wife's what was big metal. She is still, I guess. But when I met her, like she'd be having headphones on and she'd be cooking and cleaning and like singing metal, not like big, but Motley Crue and stuff like that. And so, so it was kind of nice. So Laura's a big time metal person. Good to see. I don't know if Rammstein's going to play in September now.
Rammstein.
I hope they are. They kept canceling everything. I hope they don't. I want to see my Rammstein. Be the last time I'll probably see him.
You never know.
You never know.
I know. I saw them once before. It's good. I want to see that Rush cover band that comes around here, Lotus Land. They're pretty good. They play good Rush stuff.
What was a concert you went to and you were disappointed? Because you're a concert person. I'm not. But what was one you went to? You're like, oh, you're looking forward to it. And you're like, oh, bad. Maybe you don't have. Maybe it's never happened.
Oh, boy. I was never one to go to every show. I was pretty particular about what I went to. So when I saw a band, I usually knew a lot of their stuff. I can't say that I've ever been to a show that I was like, boy, that was terrible. I mean, there's been some. Who did I see? I think I saw Motley Crue and Whitesnake, and Whitesnake blew them away. Whitesnake was the opening band, and they blew them away. Motley Crue come out and was just like they just didn't top it. They didn't. I thought they did a better job.
Because I was never a big concert person, but comedians. I remember. Oh God, I can't remember the guy who was from Saturday Night Live, and we saw him at this venue, and you're like, wow, he stunk. You know, this
Oh,
is
really?
years ago. Yeah, I can see him.
About what year was he on SNL?
Brewer. Do they have a guy named
Jim
Brewer?
Brewer. He does
And
some
he's usually
baseball-
funny. He's usually funny. He just,
He does some baseball stuff that's hilarious. He does
Yeah,
a
I know,
whole
I
deal
like him.
about the Mets
It's
that is
just-
hilarious.
you know, he's doing this venue in Western Massachusetts. He was not into it, you know, and you're sitting there going,
Yeah.
kind of shows there, my friend. I saw Robin Williams at the Springfield Civic Center. He was awesome. You know what I mean? He's into it. But that's Robin Williams, you know. But yeah, Brewer. It was a small venue. It was a restaurant, but they had a nice, for my terms, a hall where you'd have
Okay.
local, but you could fit in 500 people in there, right? And they would bring in some good comedians, and he just wasn't
Didn't
into
feel
it.
it that night, huh?
No. And I like him. I thought he was always funny. That's why we went. You're like, wow, no,
that's
that.
disappointing.
You know who's really Norm Macdonald?
I'm not a huge Norm fan.
You got to
I know
check
a
out
lot of people are though.
Norm Macdonald on the Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Oh, that's
the
yeah,
pigeon.
Ron, I'm putting you in charge. Okay, you're in
Oh,
charge.
Why don't I get to be in charge? No, did I send you that? You saw that, right? I sent you the link.
Oh, I've shown Sarah.
Oh, did she laugh? It's
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, you know
You
she's
can't watch
going,
that with
oh
small
my God,
children.
Ron, you can't be watching this stuff. Like then we're laughing, and Tyson's hilarious.
Oh, the whole thing
Tyson is hilarious. And
That is-
McDonald being the girl's father.
Oh yeah, it was just
Oh yeah,
the
that
stuff. The
those
stuff
are
they
funny.
say on that. You're like, whoa.
I mean that is everything you wanted out of a Scooby Doo.
Yeah, they're basically spoofing Scooby-Doo. It's just
Yes.
brutal. And the other thing is, Nurse Teresa and I, we came across that. We're like, what's this? We're watching like Bob's Burgers, which I love. And
Okay,
And we
I haven't seen that. I've heard of it, but I haven't.
it's a cute. I like it a lot. It's probably
Okay.
my favorite family type of cartoon. But it's about a family, and they live on top of the burger place. You know, the
Right.
diner. I could so relate to that because we lived on top of the barber shop and stuff. It was just funny, right? And what is this? Like, it was on Cartoon Network, and we're like, what's this Mike Tyson mystery? And we watched, and then we watched again, and then we
Aw.
went on demand to watch all of them.
Oh,
And they're
man.
just brutal, brutally
they are
funny.
hilarious.
Not for the meek.
No, that's Adult Swim. It's not
it's
for
Adult
the kids.
Swim.
And I gotta give Tyson credit. He really takes great efforts to poke fun at himself.
Yep, he has been able to revamp. I don't know if that's the right word, but revamp his career by poking
Yes.
fun at himself.
I mean, he took a shot at himself over biting off Holyfield's ear.
Yep.
They made a couple of jokes about the court cases.
Yep.
Oh, geez.
I haven't
Re-
heard him
re-
go after
reinvented
Robin
himself.
Williams yet.
That's the word I'm
Reinvented,
looking
but
for. Reinventing.
I give him a lot of credit for doing that because there's
Metallica played with the Who. That's
I
something.
can see that.
Lord, I don't know anything
I
about
watched a
Lord.
documentary on Metallica, and they opened up for Guns N' Roses in the Soviet Union or Russia, right? And Guns N' Roses came out after Metallica, like, gets everyone revved up. They did like 2 songs or something ridiculous. And Axl Rose goes, I don't want to, like, the mics, you know, like the sound. And
Yeah.
he throws and they walk off the stage. He walks off the stage. The band's like, what are you doing?
No,
and
that
then
was
they
Mont-
go
that-
off the stage because they don't have a lead singer. And they basically had like a riot at
That
this
was- that was
soccer
Mo-
venue.
I thought it was Montreal. They did that too.
Was it Montreal? This was
Montreal.
also in the one I saw. It was in this. So you know, the wall had just come down. There was still the Soviet Union at the end. You know, Russia. It was in Russia.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, and it was just. It
'Cause
was
there
part
was-
of this Metallica documentary I was watching. It was really good. There's a band that should have been they were a mega band, but should have been a mega band.
Yeah, Montreal
Roses.
riot, 1992.
Moscow, right? Or Russia?
No, he says Montreal.
But let me see if I can find it. Guns and Roses,
Here's something here.
Russia
Wow, this place is trashed.
riot.
This is Montreal, Al.
Was it the form?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm getting. You could be. I'm trying to. Guns N' Roses and Metallica concert ended. Let me see where this is.
That's at the Forum, Dave.
Oh no, that's recent. That's not the one. Again, I could be getting it mixed up, but I remember there's a riot.
Montreal, yeah, San Jose Sharks. But yeah, they walked off the stage and.
Oh no, Olympic Stadium. Hey, that's my wedding anniversary, the 8th of August.
Did Metallica open up there for them?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I think it was.
But I could be getting that mixed up, and maybe it was like Metallica played in the Soviet Union. And I saw that, but yeah, he walks off the stage, and they have a riot. So
yeah, these guys weren't happy. Yeah.
Those tickets weren't cheap either, even for
Nope.
even then.
Yeah. Oh, jeepers.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Idiots. Is destroying the place over a concert.
Is that
Montreal.
Silent Bob and Jay?
I know, right?
That looked like Jay from. You ever see the movie Clerks?
Even Jay and Silent Bob go
Jay
to
and Silent
Hollywood. Was
Bob.
so good. So good. Oh, is that what it was? Metallica got get burned by pyrotechnics, and you okay? That I didn't know.
I gotta find it because I know I gotta find it. Let me see.
You can shut off the stats. I know in the football game you can.
Guns
I
and
saw that
Roses.
often.
Soviet.
Yeah, but what was the one that you could play along? There was one of these games you could actually play along with the season. Was it-
Stratomatic, you're supposed to be able to do that this year.
Yeah, and the things change. The ratings change on the fly or something like that.
OTP was supposed to be able to do
Yeah,
that.
that's what the one it was. OOTP.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I could have got it mixed up with another venue, and I saw the riot, and I remember. But it was he walked off. Guns N' Roses just walked off.
He did that a few times, so that was the
Was
thing.
he ever sober on stage?
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
You ever see the clips of the drunk 80s metal guys and they're like falling down on the stage and they can't even play? It's
Imagine you
like,
pay money to watch. I'll
Yeah.
just bring it back to sports real quick. Whether you like the Yankees or Joe DiMaggio or whatever or not, they asked Joe DiMaggio one time, "When you play really hard. Like, why do you do that all the time?" And he goes, "Because there might be someone here who's
Yeah.
never seen me play, and they spent their money to come see me play, and they're going to see the best."
I thought that was Ted Williams. It said, Ted, you guys got the division wrapped up. Why are you playing games? Might have not seen me play. I thought it was Williams that said that. Maybe
No,
it
that was
Maggio.
Jim Williams might have said that too, but
Yeah, a lot of players have said that. I remember they go, "Why do you play so hard?" And he goes, "Because someone might not have ever. This might be the one time they see me,
Yeah.
and they're going to see the best." I'm paraphrasing. He didn't mean it in an arrogant way. He wanted to give his best all the
Yeah.
time.
No. Yeah. I know what he meant.
because
Yeah.
he was a perfectionist, you know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was great. And now you see this in other, when you see whether it's sports or entertainment where someone half-asses it, and you're like, oh. On Amazon Prime, Jay and Silent Bob reboot is there. Oh, cool.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Are you happy now?
Yeah. Yeah. That was good. That was
Good.
fun.
That's
was
what we
a,
want.
Yeah. That was
What games do you have on the horizon that you're looking at? Possibly. I know it's been a lot of Roberto. For me, I'm keep looking at the quick play. Roberto Chiaverini game. Chiaverini. Oh God.
Shavini. I think it's Shavini.
Chiaverini. I always say that other name. I
Yeah.
get it mixed up with the hockey. I think he's the guy who sings the national anthem or something like that. Chiaverini, Roberto Chiaverini games. I keep looking, like I said, at the bobsledding, because they are.
I
When
want to
Ron,
get into the strat basketball.
Yeah,
I want to
that's
play
what-
that on the table. I really want to give that a go. I want to continue to play. I set up ABA season and action PC basketball, and what I did is I'm doing 2 quarters instead of 4, so I should be able to play a game in a half hour.
so you're playing
so-
2 halves.
Yeah, well, it says it's like 12 minutes. This is how many quarters? I said 2.
Okay.
So
That's
the
fine.
whole season, so the scores will be 55-50 instead
Yeah,
of
Right. You're just
But
playing
I-
left. You're playing 24 minutes. Yep.
Yeah. So instead of simming to the fourth quarter, I'm just going to play half a game, and that way there I can stream some, and they won't be too long. And
I did that once, and I did 2 halves. I played like a college at 2 pro teams. I played 2 halves. I actually just played 10-minute halves. It went really quick. It skews the stats, but you tell them I'm just playing 2 10-minute
Yeah,
halves. It's a
yeah.
low scoring game. You know.
I'm looking for final standings, and and the league leaders will be the same. They're just not going to have a ton of points, which
Right.
is weird.
The averages will be fine.
Which
Yeah,
is weird
no,
in
but, you know,
basketball
you
because
have.
when I was looking at some seasons I wanted to get, I went to Pro Basketball Reference, and it's like the lead leaguer had like 2,200 points. It's like out of control. It's like, oh, these aren't hockey stats. So
No.
So I don't even care about that. I just want to play the game and have some fun with it and play some ABA and
What I like about and this is an Action PC or Strap.
Action PC. Yeah.
What I like about Action PC, again, when I want to play card and dice, I have different games when you tickle your different fancies. You know what I mean? If I want to play card and dice, I go to a card and dice game. I don't worry about if I want to play a PC game, it's a closed engine. So it's a closed engine. I can make my decision. What I like about the Action PC games, especially basketball, football, you can make as much as the decisions you want, like Uncle Ron says, or you can make mid-level or basic. You can our term is basic. You can actually just play run for football, pass, and it'll do it for you. And you can watch the animation. Basketball, you can do the same thing. I like to call every play on basketball, but that's just me. It's really a well-developed game.
Yep. And this was the game you were playing today.
Yeah.
You were playing the Warriors and the Lakers.
It was a fun game. Fun game.
Philadelphia. Okay. Yep.
And that was a 2-hour game today, right?
Yeah, you can play this much quicker. Again, when you're watching my stream, I thank everyone. If you're thinking about getting the game, don't think it plays this long. You can play very quickly. I immerse myself in it. I talk to the chat. I think I have other basketball courts that are more detailed, but where the hoops are, you see how the ball went in, it's green, right? It's like a little off, and that drives me nuts.
The standard courts are really not bad.
No, these are the courts that come with the game, and they did a nice.
Those are nice.
Yeah,
They don't have the logos, but they had the colors and the city. I use that all the time too. I'm like, I like this better than the guys created.
Yeah, because I like those. I like those, and I'm doing Wilt Chamberlain. The Celtics. We've done against the Lakers. That Laker team, which I forgot. Again, it's a long time since 84, 85, right? They had 4 guys who averaged 20. Just like this, you look at the Celtic stats, right?
They were stacked.
You forget how
Those teams
great
were
these teams were, the Lakers and the Celtics, right? You're sitting there going. And now the next one, I think we'll play a Jordan team. 95, 96, I think is their best Bull team. I think
That's the 71 year.
is that the
Yeah.
And then we'll play them. I like doing that stuff. That's just, and it doesn't mean who would win or lose. It's just fun to call the name.
Yeah. Andrew just stacked up on the Action PC stuff. Good for you,
Did
man.
they come out with a new golf game?
That's May
Couple
5th,
weeks.
right?
Couple
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah.
I want to see the animation first.
I'm not gonna get it. Yeah.
I don't. Here's the thing with Action PC when it comes to golf, and again, because I invested it.
I like the
Ron
golf.
plays it.
I like it. I like the
Yeah,
golf.
I like it too. Ron
Good
plays a
value.
fun game. It's
The ASG golf.
yeah, which is fun. And I've played the demo. I still play the demo. It's a lot of fun. But like when you invest in one game, you're sitting there going, now I got to buy all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So I stick with the Action PC. But with that, because you like it, Dave, I like it. I'm looking at the animation. I
Yeah.
like what they did with the last animation. I want to see a little more now. I want to see I'd like to see.
Read pretty well.
I want to see. It'd be cool if they took almost like a little Strat guy, like a little golfer,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
and
see
you
what
could
you're
just
saying.
see him swing the club.
I don't know
Maybe
what
the
they
Atari
could do.
guy. Wonder what he's up to these days.
Yeah. I don't know what they could do to get me to buy the new one. I mean, I'm trying to think what improvements could there be to that? Because
I think I'm going to pass on this one.
I'm going to pass to unless I see some videos, because I saw the stuff they talked about that's in the game, and none of the stuff on the game really. Nothing said, "Hey, this is so much better than what we had."
Now, again, if you're going to get Action PC Golf, go to the freebies. They've had the 1990 season for golf
Yeah.
free. Just add it on. You get all the golfers, the whole schedule. It's free. Always check out your freebies on Action PC games, whatever. They just check it every day. I check it every day because I enjoy looking at that stuff, and and I go, oh my God, this is free. You can get seasons free. This is Action PC Golf. Dave brought that up.
Yep, it's fun.
I enjoy it. This is one where I kind of like I like the open engine that Ron plays because you see it, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing in this game, so I just click.
I have
That's
some.
my biggest thing against it, Al, is that I just don't get a feel of what I'm supposed to do.
What I do is I like to click on the CPU just to show where I'm supposed. Because sometimes they've done this better. I actually know where the hell I'm teeing off from. Because I'm like, where am I teeing off? Before the older games, sometimes you couldn't see where you're teeing off from. I didn't even know where I'm aiming.
And I have a hard time playing left or right like that.
Because yours is
up and down,
up and down, vertical leap, vertical jump.
I don't mind this. This is okay. You can design your own courses. There's a way to do
what
that.
I like about this, I don't play tournaments. I sit there and I go, can I take this guy against that guy? That's what I do. I play a lot of casual rounds.
Jeez, I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm talking or not, but you got the celebrity pack. That's cool.
You know, it's a cool one to play quick. They have a par 3.
Yeah.
18. That is fun. Because I'm horrible at par 3s, but it's fun to play. And then they have the best holes. I have that one too, like all around.
Do you know what you can do with that I did that's kind of fun? Is you can create your own courses with the courses that you have.
Really?
So what I did is I created
ASG too.
I did a Dave's par 3, and I just started selecting par 3s from all the different courses. So I have a par 3 course. You could create a course with 18 holes of the 18th hole of 18 courses if you follow that,
That's cool. I've never gotten into it that much. I didn't even know you could do that.
So, geez, I'm not really
do that
playing.
in ASG too.
I found, hey, Dave, you know what I find in Uncle Ron? That the two courses I play the most, guess.
Well, I think everybody plays Augusta the most because
right? Masters, that's one.
I pick up the obscure ones. I just whatever there is. Yeah.
I play the Masters and the British Open one.
Oh, St. Andrews.
Yeah, those are the two.
That's a hard one. Yeah. I played the Texas one time. I think it was. It was very sandy. It was kind of fun.
You coming back?
I'm coming back.
All right.
I had to go fix my computer. I'm not.
Is it fixed?
Not fix it, but close out my programs.
Gotcha. We're just talking about stuff that drives you nuts. When I sit up till 4 a.m, I got a hole in run. I scream, and then she just comes in and she gives that.
You know what I like about Action PC too is you could save some of your shots. So if you have a really good shot, I get like 10 or 12 shots saved. I haven't got any hole in ones, but I got a couple of nice chips. You ever
chip out of the woods and it goes in? You're like, oh my God.
There's been some fun one.
PC Action is second to none per Golf Sims. If you're interested in the history of real life players, statistically unsurpassed, says Eddie Ball Game. I like it. I buy it. I'm just saying I like to see.
Yeah, I don't play it enough to buy a whole new thing. Although they did, I think one of the, what did it say? It came with a bunch of courses. And you get $10 off and then $5 for the upgrade. So it was, I mean, I might go back and look at that deal again.
The price point, and Ron will tell you this, Dave, you don't get any better price points than Action PC.
That value is very good.
All right,
and
so here's the deal.
Sales all the time.
All right, so you get an extra $10 through April 29th. So $10 on the game package. Okay. And then you get the $5 upgrade. So it's $29 to get the upgrade.
Yeah, it's cheap.
And okay. So for $49, but you get $10 off plus $10 with a tour thing. And I don't know about the upgrade, but it's $29 and you get 24 courses.
And
I'd have to look to see how many I didn't have, because if it's $29 and I'm going to get 8 or 9 courses I don't have, that pays for the game.
Yeah. And if you go to the freebies and they still have the 1990 season free, you click on that and you're getting that too. They have great sales.
And they got
The
new
problem
courses,
is
yeah.
when you buy so much stuff and then the new seasons come up, you're like, I got that. I got that. I got
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that it's like it comes with 24 courses, but I might
Yeah.
have 20 of them. So I
Right.
have to go back and check off which ones. If I'm going to get 10
done
courses,
do I
I'm
have
gonna
this?
get-
I think I've got this.
but I mean, but you figure if I'm going to get 10 courses I don't have for $29, it's $2.90 a course.
Yeah, you're getting it for the
Yeah.
courses.
And so
Yeah.
I'll buy it. I'll get the new one and I'll have the courses, and that's a good deal. But if I'm only going to get 4 or 5, then I'm not.
I'll
And
tell
yes,
you,
I've gone there, Eddie Ball Game. I've gone to that Action PC site, and I've got a handful of the community
Yeah,
courses.
Oh,
and,
awesome.
and I've actually done reviews of them on my channel. I says, hey, here's a community course that I got at the APC community site there,
They-
and they work good and they're
Yeah,
fun.
they put up. They made the 1960 for the football on the Action PC community. They made 1960. 9 and 70 seasons for college football, every team.
Oh, nice.
Then they did 80, 79, and 80. So it's unbelievable what they do. Bye,
All right,
Laura.
Laura, thanks for tuning in.
I'm falling.
I'm gonna
asleep.
hit the haze too soon.
Yeah, we're heading out soon.
What?
But
What?
yeah, Laura, thank you for coming in tonight. It was kind of a last minute thing we just threw together here, but we are on tonight saying hi. And so Robbie, the par course, I think it's just on Action PC site. You can buy the par 3 course, or you can make your own.
I actually got that one for free because it was on the freebies. It was there.
Yeah.
That's why I check it. Whenever I go on the site, I always go to the freebies.
Yep, and catch the sales. And
Yep.
again, at this game, I got to go to see how many of these courses I have and how many I don't have, because if I'm going to get 10 courses for $29, and basically the game's thrown in,
It is actually quite relaxing to play the golf game, though.
It is. You just sit back and hit the one button.
Just hit the button,
and just
point,
you know,
hit.
and then you yell at
shake
the
it in the woods. Hey,
the
it's just like I
mishits.
really used to play.
missed hit. Oh my gosh, the miss hits are
Yeah.
unbelievable. And you get the celebrity pack. That's cool. The celebrity pack's fun. You can play Wayne Gretzky and a handful of other guys on there too. I don't know if
On
O.J.
Action
Simpson's on
PC?
there.
Yeah, it's one of the community files.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I gotta get that's gonna be fun.
It's free, so
Yeah, it's on there on the like the forum site.
where'd
You know, like they have
find
an
it,
Action PC forum. Is that the community you're talking about?
Dave?
Um,
There's one specifically, Robbie, that says a par 3 course.
can you see that, Al?
Yep.
What's the
Oh,
Okay.
you go right from here. Okay.
So you can see we got Romo, McGuire. You see all
Like
that?
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, Alice Cooper's a good golfer. So what he did was someone made these. That's pretty cool. Alice Cooper's actually a really good golfer. Tony Romo,
Tom Brady's on there.
John. Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Dennis Quaid, Greg Kinnear. There's Tom Brady. It shows you all the stats. Age 41. I don't know how old that is now, but Wayne Gretzky. There's
You
Wayne
think his
Gretzky.
wife's betting on him?
Age 20. He's not age 20.
Bill Murray.
I would
Relax.
play as Bill Murray.
Tom Cruise.
You have
He's
to.
terrible. Dennis Hopper. Age 74. Bill
Red is not
Belichick.
good.
Bill Belichick's up there. So yeah, it's
Adam Sandler.
I would probably play as Bill Murray and Adam Sandler.
I think I played Gretzky one time, and I think I played Romo, Kevin Sorbo, Bill Murray.
Kevin Sorbo, he played Hercules. Was it Hercules?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No, Ray Romano is on here. Mark Wahlberg. Want to play Marky Mark?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Cheech Martin. So that is a lot of some of these
That
guys
is
are not
fun.
too bad. Stephen
Can you
Curry.
when it's over, can you email me that link where you got that? Because I have never seen
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
a lot of mother effers when he plays.
that was that. Where was that, Ron? That was Sports Replays.
It's either that or actually the actual Action PC community webpage.
Okay, I
I
could
think
find
it was. If it's not at Sports Replays, let me know.
All right, I'll check that out.
Because
I never
don't-
seen that one.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
fun.
I'm trying to think where the hell I did get that from. Let's see. Go to golf, Action PC.
That was made by someone in the community did all those golfers.
Yeah. Yeah.
golfers.
No.
Alice
Wow.
Cooper, I know, is a guy. I watched. He's a good golfer.
All those golfers are fairly good.
Yeah.
Or we played
Romo is a scratch golfer.
Romo actually qualified for U.S. Open, didn't he?
I know he qualified for some. I love him doing the football games. He's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah. I'm not sure where I got the celebrities
That's okay.
from.
I'll find it. If not, I'll
On the
shoot you an
community
email.
page.
The community page.
What Robbie says. So
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Robbie, put it in the Discord. The link, if you don't mind.
The
All right.
APC community. Yeah. You can go to golf seasons. And celebrities might be in there somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah. Top celebrities. There it is, Al. Yeah. APC sportscommunity.com. APC.
Okay. APCsportscommunity.com. Got it.
Yep. So yeah, there it is right here. Yep.
There you go.
Oh, I can just go back,
Mhm.
fast forward. I don't have to write it. Thanks. I'm gonna pick that. Looks like fun. So, well, I'm
Yep.
gonna call it a night, gents.
Yeah. Yep. That was a good time. We just kind of jumped on.
It was
here
a
and
lot
had
of fun.
a little bit of fun. So yeah, much better than just kind of sitting around moping.
Yep.
which is-
Open's not good.
just was a yucky day here, but yeah, it was good to get on and talk to some
You
people.
know what we say to a yucky tay? Not today on you yucky tay.
yeah, I know.
When you
But
give us poopy lemons, we make great lemonade.
sometimes we do. Sometimes we
We
do.
do.
Sometimes we do. So
And also, let me tell you this, ladies, gentlemen, and children watching, don't eat the yellow snow.
well, I mean, you never know. All right, we're gonna sign up, guys. Hang on 1 second, so I can show you this one thing here.
Okay, yeah, I'm not just.
I can't show this on the show here, but we'll show you. We'll show the adults in the room. Every so much, and Robbie, thanks for all your help in here as too. Showing us where that is. Thank you so much, Al. Thank you so much for coming on and rescuing the night. To a lesser degree, Ron. Thank you. So much.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you for having me on. I'm glad we made you laugh.
Jerk.
You did make me laugh.
That is Angry Ron on Sunday.
Sunday Ron jumps
Sunday
in. I
Ron.
should have known better. I should have known better. But anyway, I saw the email, but I didn't see
Yeah,
the right.
I saw the yeah.
Max, thank you so much for coming in. So we should be back at our normal time tomorrow night around 6:30 or so.
Pretty short show because I got to do a
Short,
football.
short show because Ron's got some football tomorrow night. So everybody, thank you once again for tuning in and making the most of a bad day over here, at least for me. So thanks, to Teresa, to Al, and again to a lesser degree, Ron, for making this a great show.
Fight
Oh, you
me.
can hear her now. You
I
can hear her
can
now.
hear her.
She can hear you now.
All right, we'll talk to everybody later. You guys hang on for a second.
Yep.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night.
Bye.